Morphin time! Dragon Sword!
Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
It's Rita. She's escaped and she's attacking the planet.
Ay, what do we do?
Teleport to us 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
No, not that, not teenagers.
Power Rangers are next.
I love his evil laugh. It's so freaking awesome.
It is the best.
Yes, Tommy's evil laugh.
Let's all see if can you do one, Stephanie?
I don't even know.
Yeah, deep
I'll try. Okay. I don't know. I can't do it.
It's hard because it has to go.
It has to go low and then high. Like I can't do it.
It's tough. What about you, Rant? Go.
No, I'm kidding.
You just gave up immediately.
I know.
Hey, I can't do it. I can't. I've tried for years. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I might as well.
I could probably do it like when I was little, and I had like a squeakier voice, just like
like a chipmunk doing it.
Yeah, sounds like a chipmunk doing it.
That's something. Well, anyway, what is up, everybody? This is another Power Ranger live stream number 2. Trying to make these going on Saturdays now because nobody talks about Power Rangers that much anymore. And it's like, are people embarrassed about it? Yeah, it's corny, but it's still fun to talk about. So why not? I am the rookie critic, the future feature film director, and I'm going to be one someday, that is for sure. But with me is a couple of my guests, and to my left, we got the Rant. What is up, dude?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on, Rookie. It is awesome to be on to talk about Power Rangers, a show that we've loved since we were kids. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. Let's get this conversation started.
Hell yeah, man. I was going to say, in the future, if you play with StreamYards, I think there's a way that you can have like your green screen and do some background stuff.
Yeah.
If people do that a lot, you could have had a cool little, something, going on back there. But that's all good. And then we got my nerdy home, Stephanie, with us as well. Introduce yourself. How's it going?
It's going really good. I'm actually looking forward to this. I was watching a little bit of Power Rangers earlier today. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Nobody talks about Power Rangers anymore. But I am not as well-versed in the Rangers as these two up here. But I will certainly try to keep up.
That's all good. I am here to teach. You shall learn, my students, my Padawans. It's all good. I shall be the Zordon of this group, and I shall educate you on the Power Ranger stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, there's things that you wouldn't believe that happen sometimes in the later stuff. Rita shows up in a different episode in the future in one of these seasons, and it's not what you would ever think.
No.
You go, really? Wow, okay, that's lame. What a waste. So there's lots of stuff like that. But as we get started and kind of get into the groove of the stream, let's just start with something simple. Like, when was the first time you were watching, or what do you remember most about Power Rangers? Like when you were a kid, when you got into it, doing stuff with siblings or something.
Oh yeah. I was really young, but me and my 2 brothers, we absolutely loved the Power Rangers. I told you, Rookie, I only watched Mighty Morphin. I never really watched anything past that just because sports got in the way and stuff. But yeah, I just watched Mighty Morphin. We would come home after school and put it on. And then when it was over, we would go out front and we would all watch it like at my grandma's house. That's where we were. And then we'd go out front and we'd like reenact the episode. And I was always the Pink Ranger because I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, were you a Valley girl too when you were?
No, not at all. No,
like whatever. So
absolutely not. No, I just like I like the Pink Ranger because like Kimberly she could actually like do flips. Like she was a gymnast, and that's why I liked her. I was like, oh, because I could do those flips and stuff like that. So I was just like, I'm a gymnast. I'll do the flips. So yeah, that's why I was the Pink Ranger. It had nothing to do with the fact that she was such a Valley girl.
Okay.
Not at all. Just because she could do flips. So yeah, I don't know how old I was though. I was telling you, I was pretty young when I first saw it. I was really young. I don't know how old I was though. But yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. That's awesome.
Mhm.
I like that. What about you, the Rant? Were you did you play as the Pink Ranger also because of Valley? Okay. What about you, man?
Well, I was always Jason. I was always playing as the Red Ranger. You know, first my brothers and I would fight over the position.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
but I would fight dirty. I wouldn't care. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
If anything, I'd end up being Tommy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Was about maybe 4 or 5. Start watching it. Really got into it, and you know, just I love the whole concept. You know, teenagers having to fight evil and save Earth. We have a huge talking head in the tube. Alpha 5. Ay ay ay.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ay,
That's
ay,
how it-
ay, ay, ay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, we would do Power Rangers on the playground too. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Morphin' time. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
That is how to
yeah.
do it. Yeah, Chad, why don't you tell us when you guys first got into Power Rangers or stuff you do as well while we're at it, and I'll highlight them as we go along. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, same thing. I did trampoline growing up, and I still have it, honestly. And my brother and I, my brother is a couple years older than me, and we would watch Power Rangers. And yeah, we love Tommy big time, of course.
Oh yeah, Tommy's
Dragon Zord. He has his own
Dragon
freaking
Zord.
thing, and it's like, yes, but you know, we kind of pick it between Jason and Tommy every now and then too. Billy and Zach, we never considered.
Really, I
Like,
loved Billy.
No.
Yeah, like I really love Tommy. Jason, not so much, and Zach, not so much. But I love Billy. Was my second favorite Ranger. I loved Billy. I don't know why I loved him so much. I loved Billy.
Well, he was smart. I mean,
He was such a. I loved him. I loved him so much.
More
I love
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yes, he would always say that. It's
Yep,
more
he-
phenomenal.
He almost says Jinky, so like he's almost a Velma.
He would always
Jinkies,
say that.
guys.
It's more phenomenal.
I smell a clue.
oh.
Yeah.
But
He was,
no,
always, he was so smart. He was like always fixing stuff that was broken. Like you needed Billy.
he was good. Well, so since you didn't watch past season 3 of Mighty Morphin, well, like you did see some of the stuff with the Alien Rangers, I assume, right?
No.
'Cause that's like toward the end.
Was it towards the end of it? Oh, shoot,
Well,
then I missed it.
so the Alien Rangers come in around. It's toward the end of season 3 of the Power Rangers, but it's not the end. There's like the official finale of the Rangers after them, pretty much. So I don't know if they skip it. If they showed it when the way they aired it, they might have skipped the Alien one or something sometimes. And so you might not have noticed if they're there or not. But basically, the Rangers get shrunken into little kids because Rita and Rito's father come in, and then he like literally instead of just making them kids in the present, he like takes them back in time and makes everybody revert to kids or something.
Oh my gosh.
And so that was a little different and harder for them to fix. So the Rangers were powerless and couldn't do nothing. So they had to call in the Alien Rangers from planet Aquitar to help. And what's funny is that in the Japanese Sentai show, those Alien Rangers aren't aliens. They're just another team that would just happen normally in the show. It's another team. But the American one made it so they're played by aliens. So
Yeah.
that was like a little interesting thing. And then they
That's
got to the
neat.
end. And Billy, the thing I was getting with that was Billy falls in love with one of the aliens there. And in Zeo, in the next season after Mighty Morphin season 3, he's graduated from school and whatnot, I think, or he got out early or something. I don't know what it was, but then he was trying to figure out what to do, and he's like helping building Zords and stuff. He's trying to use more of his smarts. He's kind of takes the back role of the team, not a ranger anymore, but helps with the engineering stuff. And then at some point, he leaves to go live on planet Aquitar.
Shut up.
He leaves to go live on planet Aquitar
Oh
with
my
the girl
God.
that he loves. So
Okay, yeah, I want to watch it. I know all the seasons are on Netflix. I need to watch it now.
they're all on Netflix. So
That's
I
it.
mean, I could point out the episodes that you might want to watch that are Billy centric. So
Okay.
because there's
Totally.
because again, Zeo's good in some cases, but
Yeah.
there's also lots of the crappy ones too that are in between where it's
Well,
like,
to be fair, Mighty Morphin had some crappy episodes too.
yeah. To be honest, I haven't watched all the way through Mighty
Yeah.
Morphin at all. Like when I was a kid, I only catched pretty much the Green with Evil part, and then maybe a few episodes here and there in between. But I just I couldn't watch all of it. So on Netflix, and I was browsing, I'm like, I'll just skip around to episodes that look like they have a cool description and title, and it's
Yeah.
usually the multi-parters, like when their Zords are
the
getting
multi-parters
destroyed,
are
or
really
they,
good. Yeah.
they do those.
Those
So
are-
those ones.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite ones. I growing up, like I loved the Pink Ranger centric ones, of course, duh.
Of course. Mhm.
But the episodes that I used to hate growing up were the ones that ended with the Power Blaster and like no Zords. I was like, that freaking sucks. So
Yes.
lame.
I love that. I'm going to get back to the chat real quick and just address everybody coming in. Angelus Draven says, I actually have met Richard Horvitz, who voiced
Horvitz.
Alpha 5.
Horvitz.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
I didn't know that person would still be alive, to be honest. I don't know. I couldn't guess the age. I could not guess the age of the person who voices Alpha. You know, that's kind of a hard one to guess. Is that an adult doing that? A young adult? 40? I couldn't tell.
Awesome.
I couldn't guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
Zach was awesome. I loved it when like they started actually like fighting more and it wasn't too jump cutty. Remember like when it was like so jump cutty when they fight the putties?
Do you know why it was?
Like,
Do you know why it was?
Yeah. But like when they actually like started fighting and stuff, I loved how Zach would always like dance fight.
Mhm.
He was always like,
That's his hip hop keto.
yeah.
Yep, the hip hop keto. Yep. I love
Yes.
I feel like that was just made up for the show.
Oh,
is that,
definitely,
is
like,
that a real
totally.
is that a real fighting style? Because
I don't know. But I was just like, he would always like do that. He was always like dancing and stuff. And it was
I'm
so
pretty
fun.
sure if you're dancing and we can just while you're in the mid dance, I don't know, swing the leg. But that was style. That did bring style to it.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's actually one reason why I like that's the one thing that Mighty Morphin season, the seasons have that's better than a lot of other seasons is that the characters actually seem like they would be fighters in some way.
Yeah.
Like they have I think they he wanted 5 overbearing teenage humans because they're not too corruptible yet as adults. Like if you gave an adult that power, they would use it to conquer rather than to fight evil pretty much. And can't do it to somebody too young. So kind of that midline age. So that was a good area for them. And then you got Billy with his smarts and he's trying to learn how to fight. Jason is fully committed to try to learn martial arts. Same with Tommy. Zach has a top keto dance stuff that he tries to do. Kimberly, does her gymnastics and stretching stuff. Trini, I forget what she specifically did. She's kind of the mix of the science with the
Trini was like getting lessons
in herself, kind of.
Yeah,
the
she had
meditation.
like the meditation stuff, and then like she would ask Kimberly to teach her like gymnastics moves a lot too.
Right.
But
yeah, so that was like a good reason for them to be
know.
Rangers or to know how to fight. Because in a lot of the other seasons, they'll pick just random people that have no experience with fighting or wanting to fight. And it's like, that's fine sometimes, but it's like, okay, when you're not morphed, you should get your ass kicked. Because how do you know how to fight without any power?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that always kind of irks me sometimes.
When they get into morphing, they somehow know how to fight right after that.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes a little more sense if they're morphed. Like, the power's kind of guiding you or something. Maybe you have a helmet with information. I don't know. That makes more sense to me. But when they're not morphed, and they shouldn't know how to fight.
they would always like fight to see what was about to happen. They were just kind of like, hold on, let's see where this goes.
Right. Well, and it's funny because like some of the non-morphed fights are interesting the way they do them, or it's more threatening-ish because they're not morphed, I guess.
Yeah.
But like in the first episode of Power Rangers Turbo, oh god, they had Justin, right? The little Blue Ranger. I know Rant knows.
I don't. You didn't? Was he the kid? Didn't you say there was a kid?
The kid, yeah, he was the stupid kid, and it's like they have like the general of the new evil person, and like their version of putties, the Piranatrons, like fighting him, and he's not morphed, and he's like 4 foot tall or less, and like a little skinny kid, and he's barely out of middle school, and he's like fighting them. I'm just like, oh god, like at least when he's morphed for some reason he grows tall and can fight, but like I don't know.
No, I've seen that morph. I've seen that morph of the kid morphing and he gets taller. I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just it's really distracting, but they did that because they thought kids would be able to relate more to the show if there's a kid on there and they're losing ratings at the end of Zio or something, and then we're like, oh, let's bring a kid on, and and they had the movie to premiere the pilot pretty much was the movie, and they played into that and like, oh, that's cool. and it's like I don't know. The Turbo is probably one of the worst seasons ever. To be honest,
is that the one with the cars?
One of the cars.
Yeah.
It's like you go from dinosaurs to cars.
Yeah. I would keep up with. I wouldn't keep up with it too much, but I would see like the different things that were out there. Like I remember, and the toys especially, because I would always like see the toys at the stores, and I'm like, what is this? Cars? What's going on?
Oh boy.
60-year-old war veterans.
Yeah. Why don't they choose 60-year-old war veterans as Power Rangers? I mean, that'd be funny, but I don't think that many kids would be wanting to see senior citizens fight putties, or fight putty people. That'd be silly, but that would be funny.
Yeah.
I like to see them morph into red.
They would like break a hip.
My dentures. Okay, 60's not that old, but still. We got Nerd Cookies in the chat. What's up, Nerd Cookies? I think he's got a YouTube channel as well. We got the Raging Rhino says there's too many people streaming right now. Yeah, I know everybody's streaming like right at this time right now, but that's all good. We got 10 of you watching us now, so we got you guys. I love Alphamore Doritos. His name was Dotilos or something before, and I've called him Doritos ever since I've met him and stuff in the chats, and I'm glad he's finally changed it to Doritos. Thank you. That's much easier for me. I appreciate it. And we got Andrels Draven. He says Zeo is amazing just for the theme. Yeah. Do you guys remember the theme?
I don't know the theme Zeo.
Yeah.
No, it was all right.
Do you have it?
Well, okay. I could actually play that one. What surprisingly, most of the Power Ranger songs aren't copyright. Only the Go Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger.
That's the only one that's like so far. That's the only one that's copyright that I've noticed.
That's weird.
When I play them, because I use a lot of their music for my stuff because they have a good guitar riff to them. Yeah, Zeo, out of the main theme songs, that's not one of my favorites, but there are quite a few that are good.
What about the White Ranger theme song? You have
that one probably is the same because they just swap out the words with there's even one where they say "Go Tommy." Go. Here's 5 theme songs. Oh my God, Steph! But do you even know where that theme song came from?
No.
Rant, do you know?
No.
You don't know where the main theme song originated from? He was so. Okay, this is the facts. This is the stuff I'm bringing here. This is what we're doing. So, so this is one thing that a lot of people don't know. Tommy almost had his own separate show. Well, not Tommy. Jason David Frank, the actor, almost had his own separate show. So he was on Power Rangers for 10 episodes as the Green Ranger before he lost his powers with the candle thing. And then they were going to say, that's it. You're not on the show anymore. You go do your own thing. You're not on the show. He was going to do this other one called Cybertron. It wasn't going to be the Transformers, but it was going to be. It turned into VR Troopers later. But he had his own pilot episode where it's Jason David Frank and going to be his own little weird Sentai thing, pretty much that he was going to do. But I forget why they declined. There's another YouTube channel that explains that better. But the fans loved Tommy as the Green Ranger, and so pretty much with fan demand, they basically just gave him. They're like, okay, want to come back? Well, there's supposed to be a White Ranger on this team at some point. Want to be it? And you got him back. So that happened. I was going to pull up a few things. I was going to pull up a few things, but I do have a super chat. Thank you very much, RC from the NYC for $5. Thank you. He says, "What's up, Rookie? What's up, everyone? Hope you all are well and blessed. So, where the cookies at?"
He says, "Some cookies."
I got some cookies. I think I still.
I think they're in the background there. I see a corner or something.
I know.
I might have taken the cookies down out of my overlays, but I had the cookies. I swear. No, here. Here. This will do.
I love Rookie's cookies. Like what?
Rookie Critic on YouTube, everyone. He's making great movies, and he is funny and fun. He reminds me of the good old days of Awesome Channel Awesome.
Rookie is known for awesome cookies. Cookies so awesome, it makes you feel you want to eat them. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Mandy and EBS. The Bronze Age of Comics says Turbo was when I was signed off. I said, great. Now they're Vehicle Voltron with Cousin Oliver. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Do you guys know the Cousin Oliver reference? No, that's from old shows, but
Uh-uh.
that's all good. That's old people shows. But yeah, that is pretty much what happened. But I mean, whatever. It gets better after Turbo, though. In Space was one of the best seasons, pretty much. DJ Scandalous, what's up, man? He says, well, the kid was in Home Alone 3. If he can escape the wet bandits, he can beat some putties. Yeah, some putty wannabes. Yeah, pretty much. Makes sense. Yeah, the kid did look like. Was he the same kid? I don't know if he was the same kid, but they look similar. It was in Home Alone 3. Makes sense. But we got Happy Dinosaur 8000 says, ooh, and tasty putties. Chomp. Shit, just bit my tongue. Hell yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us in the chat. We're talking Power Rangers. Feel free to drop things that you liked about the whatever shows, whatever seasons, favorite characters, whatnot. We're going to be touching random things here and there. We covered basically just right now talking about when we grew up with it, and I'm giving random facts here and there about stuff, talking our favorite characters. All right. So let's go to something that I know you guys would know and be able to talk about. So the movies. Let's start with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. That was supposed to be at the end of season 2. They're going to have this pilot episode to go into season 3, and that was going to be the movie, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. The rant. You tell, what do you love or hate about that movie? What's your thoughts on it, man?
What was the pig's name again in the movie?
The what?
The pig. You remember the pig?
Yeah, I remember that there was a pig that shouldn't have been there. No, I don't remember his name.
I hate him.
He's the stupid pig that was randomly in there.
Oh, yeah, that pig. Now I'm the one with the monocle.
Yeah, that was never in any episode before.
Yeah.
I hated him so much. And Ivan Ooze. I didn't really get the whole point of him being the villain. I mean, he was there. He took over, but he didn't cause as much damage as I thought he would. They got their powers back extremely easy. But, I mean, and the bird creatures, what was up with those?
It's Tango. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Tango warrior.
Oh, yes, let's attack the Rangers.
I did not understand them whatsoever. And then they ended up bringing those into the show. So those birds, I didn't like them either.
Well, if so, you got any more you want to say on it? I have so much. I'm going to wait until you guys go. It'll take a while.
You know what? I think I'm done now. I think I'm done.
Okay, Mighty Helm, your turn.
I love the movie. It is my guilty pleasure movie. Is one of my guilty pleasure. I still watch it. Like if it's on Netflix, if it's on TV or whatever, like I'll totally just sit down and watch it straight through. I have it. I own it. I own that damn movie.
Oh yeah,
freaking love that movie.
It's one of the most watchable corny movies ever.
Oh yeah, totally. I got so giddy. Like I know that they kissed in the show or whatever, but like at the very end, when Tommy like puts his arm around Kimberly, I was like, oh shit.
Well, that had cinematic buildup to it in the movie for once. Yeah. So.
And then like, oh man, they were my very first OTP, like Tommy and Kimberly ever. But I didn't mind Ivan Ooze. You're absolutely right about that pig with the monocle. Like I didn't like that pig. He was just out of place. I love that he put Rita and Lord Zed in a snow globe and he would shake them. And she's like, earthquake. Like, it's so funny. Oh my God. What is that, girls? I kid you not. I think this is the very first movie that I actually like. I watched it so many times that I would catch like little things in the movie that I wouldn't have noticed like on the first try. Like, what is that? The name's escaping me. With the warrior god,
the chick that gives them their powers.
Yeah, what is her name again?
Okay, it's been a long time since I saw it, but she has the whistle powers.
Yeah,
it's been a long while since I saw it. Chat, give us the answer.
Yeah, when she breaks her staff in half and she starts doing that, like she has it and she's like doing it with her wrist, right? And then like you move to another scene and then you go back to her and she's just like spinning it on like two little fucking things. And I was just like, hey, she wasn't doing that before. Like I noticed that when I was younger. Like, hey, what's going on? I loved it when she would be like, Adam, what's wrong? And he's like, I'm a frog. Like, I totally do. Like, I love that movie. It's such a cute, corny movie.
I'm a frog.
I'm a frog. I'm a frog.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm a frog. I can't remember her name though. What is her
Yeah,
name?
it's been a long time since I actually watched the movie myself, but I remember a lot of it. But that's the one thing I actually don't remember was her name. What was it?
Is it Dulcia? Angela Straven.
Oh, Dulcia. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
really like that. I don't understand how she turns into. Did she turn into an owl? Was it an owl?
I think so. Some type of bird. It wasn't a bat. I know that.
No, it wasn't a bat.
They had the rights to, but yeah, it was probably an owl.
She turned into an owl, and even like as an owl, she's like, "Good luck, Rangers."
See, she would have been a cool character to have in the show.
Totally.
But, you know, and as a good like non-ranger character to help them out once or twice, you know, that'd be kind of cool if they brought her back. Even see, I wish that this is the one thing that they don't do in almost any season, but I mean, they kind of do it more. Oddly, they kind of do it more in the American Power Rangers than the Japanese one, where they have some threads that kind of continue-ish or can kind of bleed into the next ones sometimes. But that'd be cool if she came in even later to some of the shows.
I know.
As like, you know, like, hey, there's these new Rangers or something, and she, you know, helps them out real quick. That'd be like, oh, it'd be a nostalgia kick to the people that know who she is, and new people will be like, wow, who's that chick? She's freaking awesome. You know,
And you know, who was the lady that took over for Zordon and Turbo?
that was Demetria.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they had Dulcia take over instead, since we already were introduced to her.
That's a good point, because Demetria was boring as shit.
She's
just some chick that's just covered. She's like, hello, Rangers.
my God.
I'm replacing Zordon while he's away. Anyway, and she like, just, I don't know, it's stupid.
Yeah, because Dulcia like knows Zordon in the movie.
Yeah, they're
Like,
buddies in high school. I don't know.
I know, right? Yeah. She's like, very concerned about Zordon. Zordon kind of freaked me out because, like,
His face.
isn't he in the movie, right? Because, like, isn't he supposed to, like, be in another dimension or something, coming through the glass thing? But then, like, when it gets destroyed, he's, like,
Physically there.
He's
Yeah.
physically there.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, I was kind of like, is he, like, trapped in this tube? Like,
Yeah, well, no. See, the thing that it was established as is that's his that's like a TV screen, but he can't be in a TV screen, so he's in that tube that can hold his energy. Like that's what that is. And in Turbo, at the end of Turbo, I know it's stupid, but in their final battle, the bad guys break into the command center and destroy everything, and he's like, "Oh, that's the energy tube. Now, if I destroy that, Demetria and Zordon can never come back." It throws a thing at it and breaks it, so they can't, you know, come to Earth anymore, and they never do again, actually. So the energy tube was like the one lifeline to Earth for Zordon and them from their dimensions.
oh, yeah. He actually freaked me out when like they destroyed it and he was like lying there. I was like, oh.
Well, it's like, I think whatever they tried to make him look like. I mean, Jesus,
It was creepy. They tried
think
to
it would-
look like
I think it
Palpatine
would-
or something.
I think it would have been more effective if he destroyed him and we just don't see him. It's like he's just gone.
Yeah,
I'd be like, what?
And
He's
they've
just
done
gone.
that before.
No
Like,
last
when the-
words.
I know.
shit.
They've done that before, like when the Green Ranger destroys it and, you know, he pushes him off to like somewhere else and they have to try and get him back. But like he has to
Yeah, so
physically
you
be
got a crappy
there.
signal now. You know, that's what they
Yeah,
made
crappy
clear.
signal. Just give him a crappy signal. But yeah, it freaked me out. And how Kimberly was like always by his side, just like I was like, girl, how can you look at him? Like, it's freaking me out right now.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. That kind of took some of the, you know, mysteriousness out of him. As like he's a dude sitting there, like he's a head. You know, for all we know, he was a giant or something. Who knows, right?
Right.
Who would know? But I'm gonna answer this question real quick.
A giant, because like I think in one of the episodes we see him like battling something. So like we know he's like human size, kind of. You know, yeah. In one of the Mighty Morphin episodes, he like shows them in like the viewing globe. He was like fighting. So I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember he did that. He like showed him. Yeah.
I'll have to see.
Like,
Well, I know that his actual origin is that he's not a giant, but still. Let me answer this question real quick, though. So, Alpha Dorito says, "Is all Power Rangers set in one world?" Now, no. But, okay, so it's like multiverse, kind of, because... So, there's a season called RPM, and that's a post-apocalyptic Earth that these Rangers have to, because it's like, you know, basically Terminated that world, and the Rangers have to fight what's left. I haven't watched that season, but many people that loved Power Rangers say that's like the best season or close to the best.
It's a good.
I haven't seen, but it has a like some good drama in it. Apparently, you know, it's post-apocalyptic Ranger setting. That's not common. So that's not with the main timeline of Rangers. And then there's like the Time Force, of course, which is in year 3000 is where they're from, but they, you know, came back to the year 2001 when they did it, and only Wes and Eric are the like two Rangers from that set that stayed back because they're from 2001 that become Rangers. But so it's kind of weird to say. I think there's another one or two that are also from a different alternate world or timeline. I don't know. So no, it's like a big universe, but it's like a multiverse. I actually don't know, honestly. And then if you look in the comics, there's the Shattered Grid, which is even more confusing with how they do it, because they dip into every season pretty much, and it's like, okay, I don't know anymore.
I mean, you gotta think about it, because SPD, I mean, wasn't it supposed to be set in the far future where there's aliens and stuff?
It was actually supposed to be set in like 2025, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, and like what you said with RPM, you know, it was a post-apocalyptic world, so there were no aliens there, though.
Oh, right, exactly. Well, and SPD was actually...
It's weird. I wonder if like certain ones are connected with each other, and that's it.
Yeah, some are in some ways, but okay, there's the majority is on the main timeline. I think the majority are, and then there's a few that kind of aren't or spur off at some point. But SPD was actually kind of cool because that linked back to a couple seasons back to Time Force, because the Blue Ranger in this one, his dad was the Red Ranger in Time Force, and he pretty much helped build it, but he gets killed by a villain, and then, you know, you have a good you know, father-son type thing going back with this. But
this is all new to me.
And then
it's like, so it's like, I wouldn't recommend watching every episode of any new season because it's hard. I challenged myself because I stopped at SPD when I was in 6th grade and haven't like watched any new ones at all until like they're on Netflix. And I was like, well, okay, what if I watch a season that I never watched before? I'll watch the one right after. It was Mystic Force. I'm like, let me see if I can bear through it. It was tough. It was really tough because I don't have any nostalgia with that season.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know, trying to pay attention ish. It's tough too because it's weird. I mean, there's some things that are almost cool in it, but they like always move so quick that it's like nothing feels like it's settling like they do in some seasons where they let it kind of linger a bit, but it's like they just quickly, you know, go through it. And the whole point was supposed to be like nature and creatures, but it's like a background, and they don't ever make that a point. I mean, in the final season or in the final episode, that's like they try to go, oh, we're gonna have humans and these weird creatures work together. I'm like, was this what it was leading to? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, there's some cool parts, but oh my god, since that got brought up, I'll show you what happens to Rita in the future. My god,
yeah, show me.
It's not fun.
Oh no,
it's stupid. So Rita. So do you guys remember? You guys know what happened to Rita? You guys know what happened to Rita Repulsa?
No.
Last I remember, what happened to her was she was turned good after Zordon's tube was shattered.
Right, and at the end of In Space, you know, the Red Ranger Andros had to destroy Zordon in order to beat the enemies because they just overflooded the whole universe with villains. And then Rita and Zed got turned into humans and became normal citizens or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh my god! Someone said she becomes a hooker.
Yeah, she probably. Hey, well, no, actually worse because she becomes this thing in Mystic Force. I was gonna bring up an image, but I'll try to bring up the clip. Oh god, it comes up right away. Jesus, it's so lame. Oh my god. Hold on. Fuck. The ad is playing, so I'm letting that go first.
Yeah.
I hate ads.
You don't have YouTube Premium?
Oh my god, can you hear that?
No.
It's a weird song playing for TurboTax. Weird. I don't know why. Okay, this guy has a stupid intro. Okay, and so there's like, so the Mystic Force season is like magic crap. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if I can.
The capes, the capes.
Oh my god. Let's go, guys. Join me, chat, as we gaze into the abyss of hell. All right. So he sees blue dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yes.
Who's that?
The Empress of all good magic. Known as Rita in the Dark Days, she now like all that is evil.
So did you even catch that?
Oh wow!
They see, I missed it when I was watching it because I'm like, I completely missed that they even said Rita Repulsa. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, no, it was Rita in the old days.
In the dark days. They said the dark days.
Yeah, because now this is what she does now. Now she's the force of light.
Oh Lord!
Your Highness, you must flee!
Nonsense! Mystic Mother does not flee!
But the Master is attacking!
So, you are the Mystic Mother. Once I destroy you, good
Okay, that's the bad.
magic will be
That's just the bad guy of the season, I guess. This is Rita.
How dare you!
Oh, I was gonna do.
Of course.
I was gonna pause it on her, but face.
She always has a headache.
My palace! Headache!
That's our Rita now.
Oh my god.
And she basically gets her ass destroyed too. So it's like, can you insult her anymore? Jesus. Ugh.
Yeah, it was a really brutal beating.
What's funny? So how do you guys think Rita should have even ended? They never really resolved her ending, other than they kind of turned her good at the end of In Space. But I mean, how would you guys have liked her to go out? Or
just put her back in her little thing.
In the cookie jar, right?
Yeah, put her back.
That's what I thought too. Well, they did that in one season and then brought her back out. But it's like in the dumpster or the little container. No, put her in a Tupperware. You know.
Oh,
like they should have like a little a vault or something, like a Power Rangers vault, and just like stick her in the vault.
Exactly. Well, what's funny, they actually did that in Time Force. They would literally put the criminals, the mutants, in this little chamber, and then they'd like freeze them / shrink them to toy size, and then put them in little jars and put them in their.
Oh my gosh! When they pick them up, do they look like a toy? Like remember when they used to pick up?
Yeah, they're legitimate toys. They turn them into toys.
Oh shit!
And they put them in the freezer.
Oh my god! Remember when they used to pick up? I don't know, whoever, a small, like Rita when she was tiny, and she was like
a little toy. I loved it. No, they had Bulk and Skull or something pick her up too. Or
yeah,
they're like, oh, a little toy.
Oh, Bulk and Skull. Oh my god, Bulk and Skull. They annoyed the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I hated their theme song. Oh my god! But it's the one you remember. You remember the Power Rangers theme song and the Bulk and Skull theme song.
That's your only options, pretty much. They're in half the episodes.
Yeah, I hated Bulk and Skull. I was like, Jesus, these guys need to get out of here. And they were in the movie too. I was like, oh, come on.
Yes. It's funny. Do you know it was the guy who plays as Bulk, he's in a YouTube or a Twitch thing or something called Power Rangers Hyperforce, where he's like the Yellow Ranger, but he's not in a costume or nothing. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons game, but with Power Rangers. It's kind of weird, but he represents the Yellow Ranger in that one. So
what?
And Jason David Frank does a few appearances too as Lord Draken. So there's little things there.
Now, what is it? The guy that played the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger,
right? That's
into porn.
It's like Scott, Austin, right? Did he get into porn, Rand? I don't know.
I thought he got into porn. Someone told me that.
It could have been a Red Ranger, but I don't think it was him.
It was him.
It was him?
I think it was him. Yeah, it was totally him. It wasn't the guy after him.
No, that Adam.
Adam. Rocky.
I'm sorry, because Rocky becomes later. Okay, right.
Yeah, I thought he got it. Austin St. John. Yeah. the porn rumor was false. Oh, okay.
Okay, but you
Good.
could believe it. You could believe it though.
Yeah.
Not like he
Someone
was
had told me
ugly.
that he got into porn. I was
Not like he was
"Shut
ugly.
up." I was like, shut up. No way. Yeah, someone told me that in high school because I was like, I love the Power Rangers. I had like Power Ranger stuff and shirts and stuff when I was in high school, and they're like, you know, the Red Ranger got into porn, right? It's like, what?
So you like Power Rangers? That means you like porn. That's what that means. Just kidding. The comic book Bob says she gets her ass destroyed. Quote the Rookie Critic 2020. Yes. Angela Straven says Mr. Tickle Sneezer was the monster that put the Rangers in bottles in Mighty Morphin. I don't remember that one.
Tickle Sneezer.
That sounds funny though. DJ says, nah, that's an urban legend out with the porn thing. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Austin St. John, yeah, the porn rumor is false.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he was a medic in the army. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, good. Okay.
But okay, oh my god, I can't believe I got off track. So we were talking about Mighty
The
Morphin.
movies, yeah.
We were talking about Mighty Morphin. Did you have anything? We did the rant that I was talking about it, and you brought up the girl with the whistle things. Was there anything else you wanted to comment on the Mighty Morphin movie?
I'm trying to think. I think I liked it more than you, Rant. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's so much fun. It's still fun. Like I still enjoy it. I'm trying to think. Let me see. I liked their ninja little outfits too. I love their ninja outfits, and I loved the toys that came with the movie. I was all about those damn toys that came with the movie because I think I had like the ninja, the toys with the ninja outfit. I totally had those. I wish I still had them.
No, I know.
God,
Those are good. Those are good quality too.
I know they're such good quality. Like I used to have tons of Power Rangers toys, and now I'm just regretting getting rid of all of them. Now, like I have my eyes on like the Zords. I'm just
I
like
think those are easier to get a hand of.
Yeah, I want to own some of those Zords. The Ninjetti, yes, the Ninjetti, the power of the Ninjetti. Yes, the Ninjetti. I love that. Yeah, I had some Ninjetti Power Rangers. What else? I can't remember. Was around the movie time was the time when the flip head toys came out because I had tons of those too. Yeah,
because that was like 1999, I think, or
remember.
97 maybe. Rant, do you remember the year?
Somewhere between there.
Because I know the show aired 1993, right? Like the first season. Yeah. So 1994, 1995 then, actually, because that'd be right when they go into season 3 of Mighty Morphin, I think. I don't know, guys. I don't know exactly how they did it.
I love the flip head ones. I love the flip head toys. I had 3 of them. My 3 Rangers that I loved. So
I had a couple of those too. Those
love the flip head ones. And now they're like bringing them back.
Yeah, which is funny. I'm surprised they didn't keep that as a main thing to have.
I know.
Because you can have them in their human form, slightly their head at least, and then without it. And that was a cool little switch. It's like a fidget spinner thing, but like with toys, you can flip the heads.
I love the flip head ones. And then like the only one that I can find now of the flip head is the Red Ranger. Like nobody wants to buy him. It's the only one. It's the only one that I can find.
Poor Jason. The Bronze Age of DC Comics says, "What do you guys think of the short film with Vanderbeek and Katie Smacka?" What?
I don't know.
Oh yes, the unauthorized Power Rangers movie.
Oh, the bootleg universe. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the violent one.
Yeah.
The one with the cocaine and shooting and blood and all that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm actually not a fan of that one, but I wonder if Steph is.
I've never even seen it.
Okay, Rant, you can probably describe it better.
Well, I mean, it's an alternate universe where Rocky has turned on the Rangers. Nobody knows where Tommy is. He's completely in the wind. They have Kimberly like being interrogated. Wasn't it supposed to?
No. It was Catherine, not Kimberly. It was Catherine, not Kimberly. Because Catherine becomes the Pink Ranger later too, and it wasn't Kimberly. I don't think it was because she had blonde hair. I think. So, and Amy didn't, or Kim did not have blonde hair.
Yeah.
Catherine
Well,
did.
it had to have been Catherine, yes. All right, so Catherine was being interrogated by Rocky.
He joined the Machine Empire.
Yes, it was the Machine Empire.
Those are the villains that come after Rita and Zed and Zeo, basically.
Yes, that was it. And what was Zach exactly doing? He was like a gun for hire or something. Pretty much, like he was going around assassinating people until he finally got killed.
Rita pretty much just comes into his bedroom and shoots him in the head and kills him.
Oh my god!
It's like, I don't know. See, to me, I'm not a fan of that one because it's just so not Power Rangers that it's like, why is it even called Power Rangers? Like, I don't
the
know.
action was cool though. I gotta admit, the action was cool. It's just
for a fan film, I give it credit on its production quality and its acting and all that. But it's like for a Power Ranger one, no, no. It's got to have the sense of corniness with it. Otherwise, it's not.
Yeah, Power Rangers needs to be corny. Definitely.
You can have drama in it and emotion, but you can't just full on motherfuckers and kill and shoot. And
like coke or something.
Like it might as well be called something else if that's what it's going to be. But,
I'm looking at it now. Like the volume's not on, but like I'm looking to see. Like I'm just quickly
browsing it.
I'm just like quickly running through it.
Right. Well, while you're running through that, I'm going to read the super chat from Snowdub Music and Entertainment. What's up, my buddy? For $5 says paying you to stop talking about Power Rangers. LOL. Hashtag tuck and roll. Hashtag trans fatties. Hashtag cotton connection. Hashtag gender check. Thank you, buddy. In honor of the gender check, I shall play a gender check.
Weakness identified.
Hey, what are you?
He punched me in the dick. Why? Why did he punch me in the dick?
A gladiator does not fear death. He embraces it, caresses it, fucks it, and prays to thrust home before the jaws snap shut.
Oh, fudge.
There you go, Soda. That's for you. Yeah. That's what gender check is. Just get hit in the balls, basically. But anyway, back to Power Rangers. Sorry, Snow.
James Vanderbeek looks damn good, though. This was like, what, 5 years ago? Why does he have a fake leg? Like, that leg looks cool.
Oh, he lost it in the fight.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not watching it with volume. What is the hip hop keto? Oh, shit. This is so funny. I like their outfits. Like, come on now.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dino Thunder.
Yeah, he's watching Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder was a pretty good season. That's where Tommy actually comes back and it becomes Black Ranger and mentor of the new team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. What was terrible for him was him going like invisible for a while, and then he couldn't do anything at all.
He gets stuck in his own armor, and then he it's a little weird. Here, I'll play the theme song.
Just taking OG out,
Yeah.
Too OP for them. That's all it was. They were jealous.
I agree. But here I'm gonna play a little bit of the theme song. The theme song was badass for it not being the original,
There's a light in the distance. See them coming closer with the force of ages. Centuries gone by. Protectors of the right. Defenders sworn to fight. Dino Rangers roar. Power Rangers score. Save us from these evil forces. Power Rangers Dino.
Pretty good. Mish? You're like, fuck that.
I like it.
It's all good. They got some all right ones, you know. Well, if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, you know, centuries combined, and it's like this was like the 10 years from Mighty Morphin, so and it's back to dinosaurs again. So it's you know, I kind of like the connection there with that.
Exactly. Gives it like a home feeling.
Yep. Thank you everybody in the chat for sticking with us and with the Power Ranger madness and whatnot. He says Jenner check. Yeah, nice. But yeah, so everybody, tell us what you liked about Power Rangers. What some of your favorite stuff? We're we're wrapping up talking about the Mighty Morphin movie. We keep on getting distracted. I'm sorry, but it's a lot of stuff to comment on. Pretty much. Yeah. So what I thought about the movie is like I thought Ivan Ooze was a nice attempt. Did you guys ever watch Beetleborgs?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Yes. Okay. Rant. No. So you know when they switched over to Nukas as the main bad guy.
Yeah.
So the main villain of that show tries to, you know, release a creature created by somebody else, and you know this creature pretty much is like, oh, I'm working for you, sure, but then he's like just supplants him, and you know makes the villain get destroyed, leads him into that, and then he becomes the new villain. That's kind of what they did with Ivan Ooze. You know, Zed and Rita release Ivan Ooze. They want him to destroy the Rangers, and he's like, okay, sure, I will, but also screw you guys, and you know shrinks them down. And because it's supposed to be the new villain that you know fights them, and it's supposed to be their antagonist. I think it's supposed to be their antagonist for the whole season. Is what they intended, but that would have been kind of lame, I guess. His evil plan of turning the kids' parents, and the plan to have the parents be mindless zombies for him was kind of dumb.
Oh yeah, leap to our doom.
Yeah, that was really dumb to me with the parent plan, and I don't know. He's like, "Oh, those teenagers." I mean, that's funny.
Oh yeah, when he smells them, he's like, teenagers.
Teenagers. It's just like, oh shit. Okay, he ain't happy.
Oh man.
And then he hauls the loogie at him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He does to make his. That's right.
I don't know what those creatures were called. The slime ones. Those ones were really weird.
I don't know.
What are they called?
Because those weren't Tangas. Those were just ooze people.
No. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Those were just booger monsters. Booger monsters.
Booger monsters. That was weird.
I don't know. Yeah, those are
with
weird.
Dreads.
Dreads, yeah.
It's like they try to make a gooey predator.
Some Wu-Tang goos or something. I don't know. Please check out My Little Pony / Power Rangers crossover fan art at DeviantArt. I don't know about that, man.
Little Pony / Power Ranger.
I don't think I want to know.
I'm kind of scared but intrigued at the same time.
Yeah. Alpha Mer Dorito says Lightspeed Rescue for me. They have a big train Megazord.
Yeah.
They do. That season's all right. There's some good.
The train made no sense.
Yeah, their train Zords were kind of stupid, but they were human.
Wow.
But the Lightspeed Rescue one was the first human-made like morphers and Zords and stuff. Like the humans made this stuff, so that's what they got, I guess, to fight the demons of the underworld. That's kind of dumb. Why they linked them? I liked how they in that season they. Okay, I'm getting off track. Okay, so Mighty Morphin with it, sticking with that. So
Yeah.
Ivan Ooze was okay as a villain option, but I feel like he'd be more of a villain if he was in the show, would last maybe a couple episodes, like a multi-parter, and then be done, which is kind of what they did with him anyway. But in the show, I actually don't know what their main goal was in the show around this, because by season 3 of Mighty Morphin, they were running out of a lot of footage from Japan because the Mighty Morphin run in the Sentai was basically one season. And so the footage they're using, a lot of the stuff, they started filming themselves, which is why you see them transition to doing fights in parks instead of in the canyon.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And why do you, at the end of season 1, I think, they had Rita like put on a guacamole mask, and then she's like, this should make me look younger, right? And then she's a new actress playing as Rita, so they can swap from that and, you know, do her own things. And Lord Zed was also an American-only creation. He's not in the Japanese.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Lord Zed was an American-made creation because they wanted to have something else there to do footage with, pretty much, and had Lord Zed do his thing. His putties were the worst because you just poke the button.
You just poke the button. This is the
yeah. He's like they're so powerful.
Find a weakness.
It's like they're so powerful but so weak. So
Yeah.
Anybody can beat them, even Bulk and Skull.
pretty much.
I know.
Pretty much. So hold on. So okay, goddamn. There's so many things I can jump to here and there in my head because I have the more range of the episode. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to stick to Mighty Morphin. This is where they tried to introduce CGI for the Zords with the 90s CGI for the animal Zords. Oh my god. Do you guys remember what it looked like with the CGI? With the CGI frog and the the weird insect creatures.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my face, and then he like fuses with one and gets kicked in the balls. They do a gender check to Ooze, and when they're in space, they're fighting in space, and it looked so lame. I don't.
That was
like,
wasn't that like for emergency use only to kick them in the balls?
Yes. There's a whole button. They're like, oh, we shouldn't use this, but it's an emergency.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. It's like, okay.
That was funny. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
But I mean, I hated the look, and I'm glad they went back to just person in suit in a model is well enough. You don't need more than that. I know the ninja like morphing part. When they're in their ninja costumes, I thought it's okay, but I don't like buy as much that they gain any power while in them because it's just so loose. I guess it's like. I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense there. But in the show, they morph. They kind of are in their ninja ones sometimes, and then in their morphine ones some other times. So they kind of bounce out in the show. Do you guys remember Ninjor? I am Ninjor, the creator of the power coins.
No.
He was the blue dude that they gave them their ninja powers in the show. He's a goofball.
It almost seemed as if he didn't believe that he was real,
You would like him, Steph. You would like him.
Okay, well, let me look.
Ninjor is funny. Watch a clip of him talking. He's just like, oh, I am the. And he's like, he ends up fighting with them.
I probably do know. Hold on.
He's like the blue dude who helps them out here and there. Thank you, Lethal Lightning says, boobs. Thank you, my friend. I'm putting that to good use indeed. But I don't know. I liked when they fought the bone dinosaurs for a sec. That was weird, but I enjoyed that as a kid for some reason. When they're like fighting the dinosaur bones that come to life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tommy had like in the right spot.
He had to like take out the neck bone or something like that. And he even says something like that, like.
He's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner.
Oh, I'm a bone to pick with you.
I'm a bone to pick. That's right.
Yes.
They would always do such cheesy things. I think that's why I love it. Like they would always say such cheesy things like that.
If a movie is made of cheese, that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It is not.
I hated when that bone monster was attacking and Kimberly was like stuck and she was like calling for Tommy.
She was a damsel. She was
total damsel in distress. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you calling for Tommy?
Yeah, because she got picked up by the Tenga.
No.
Yeah.
So I know why, because women can be represented and then have Tommy save them. So that's why.
She always held her own in the show.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, when Tommy's not around, she held her own.
Yeah. Well, even when Tommy was around, she mostly held her own, but like she was constantly screaming for Tommy in the freaking movie.
She never calls Billy. Billy.
I know, right?
He's there too, right?
Rocky.
I mean, Adam.
And the whole team, yes. Alpha? Not kidding. That would be great. But no, so I don't know. I like the movie too, but it's not a good movie, but it's a hilarious movie to watch. Like I can't hate it at all. It's like, oh, it's a cute movie. And they have the whole skydiving at the beginning, which
that's right. You know what I love?
Pretty good intro.
I love the freaking soundtrack. Like I have my parents buy me the stupid soundtrack. My mom's like, these songs are so old.
They're fun though. That's the one thing Power Rangers nails is their music is usually really good.
Mm-hmm.
People don't listen. I'm surprised they haven't made like a Guitar Hero Power Rangers version because they rock the guitar in all the songs pretty much. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's switch over to the 2015 or 2017? The movie, the newer movie.
The newer movie? Oh, I don't remember when that came out.
Okay, it feels like forever ago, but
yeah,
2017. Okay, yeah. So that one came out. That was okay. I'm actually forgetting. Was it Saban that released that one, or a different? Was it a different company?
It was Saban.
Was it Saban?
Because they played with the rights every now and then. I don't remember if they got it back.
Yeah,
from the movie.
I think he did get it back.
Because now they don't have it.
He did get it back, doesn't he? Didn't he?
Yeah, Hasbro has it now.
Hasbro has it now, right? So yeah, I think it was Saban, and they were going to make their movie and try to make a series franchise. Of course, you know they got to do that these days, and like that's fine. But so what are your guys' thoughts on that movie? The Rant. Yep.
Me? Oh, I loved it. You know, from the very beginning, they said it was all about, you know, building them up, and that's what we got. Of course, I wanted a little bit more time in the suits, but I mean, it is what it is. I honestly loved pretty much everything except for how Alpha looked. Rita, I wanted her to look a little bit more menacing. But other than that, and Goldar. I did not like Goldar. Yeah, Goldar was literally a sloppy mess. He was literally a sloppy mess. I mean,
he was practically an ooze guy, you know, from Ivan Ooze. You know,
he was a golden Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, with a dragon's mouth. Looks so weird. So weird. And the putties, I don't know. Like, I liked them at the same time I didn't. I don't know. It's a really mixed feeling with the putties. Really, really mixed. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I really did.
Okay. All right, that's good. What about you, Steph?
I have mixed feelings on the movies. On the movie. I was really excited about it. I was so freaking excited when they were making a Power Rangers movie. I was like, hell yeah, I'm here for it. Went to go see it on opening day. I don't like the actress that plays Rita.
Elizabeth
Banks. I don't like her, unfortunately. I really don't like the actress. But when the pictures of her dressed as Rita like leaked, I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. I kind of like that. Kind of like how she looks. I liked the backstory that they gave her, where she was like the Green Ranger originally. Mm-hmm. You know, I really liked that. Goldar was trash. He looked trash. Like he was fucking trash. Do you allow cussing? I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, Goldar was fucking trash. Like I hated the way he looked. And I didn't like, I told you this, Rookie. I didn't like the way they morphed. The way they had to like bond together.
Let's all be friends.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that they had to like bond together in order to get the power to morph. Like that was so freaking stupid. That was so weird. It was just weird. Like you're just supposed to like have the coins and you're able to morph. Like you have this power and you can morph, but then they had to like all come together and like be one with their Zords as well. Like it was really weird. Yeah. I also I might have more gripes than I thought. I told you this too, Ricky. I also had a really big problem with the fact that like they kind of stumbled into it. Like right? Like they kind of just stumbled. They weren't chosen. You know, they weren't in the show. They were like kind of goody two shoes a little bit, but in the movie,
they're very goody two shoes. Actually, they're good.
Yeah.
They're
but
like
you know, but they would laugh. They would laugh at Bulk and Skull. Bulk and Skull would do something crappy, and then they would fall, and they just stand over them and laugh at them, just like
no, but it's for good reason. In the first episode, Jason's giving karate lessons or something, and Billy's learning, and Bulk walks in there. He's like. I bet I could beat your ass. You think you're impressive? And then he's like, okay, do a kick. And then the Bulk does a little kick. And he's like, okay, now do this. Okay, he does that. He's like, okay, now do this. And he like does a roundhouse kick or something.
Yeah.
And Bulk's like, okay, whoa, falls over.
But they're always like as much as I hate Bulk and Skull, right? I hate them. I hate their theme song. I fucking hate them. But they're always just standing over them, just laughing and pointing at him, just laughing and pointing. So like that's like their little flaw of the group.
Right, they're almost bullies to them.
I know.
You guys are so mean to us.
Because I feel like Bulk and Skull are just trying to fit in. They're just like, you guys suck.
Now that you think about it, Bulk and Skull have had food on their heads like in almost every episode, and the Rangers have never had it on them once. I don't think.
Yes, they just stand there and laugh at them like, haha, look everybody, look.
Nobody goes, hey, quit laughing at them. Yeah, they're encouraging people. Laugh at them. Look at them.
So, but yeah, okay, so the in the new movie, like they just kind of stumble upon the power. They just stumble upon it, and they go through like this weird freaking pool. In order to
the upside down pool.
The upside down thing, like they go through this weird pool.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
And they're not chosen, and they're all like a little bit like delinquents in a way. So I was
outcast delinquents who are in detention. Yes.
Yeah, outcast delinquents in detention, just kind of like, why them? Like, what's so special about them? And I was watching the movie and I'm just kind of like, really? Outcasts are gonna be the new Rangers? Like, are you trying to connect to different people? Like, come on. No,
the outcasts are good people too. It's just
like that really bugged me when I watched it. It bugged me so much when I saw that. Like, come on, you have to have at least some good people. Like, this is the Power Rangers. You know, the Power Rangers are supposed to be able to like keep their identity secret. Like, these people think that these people look like these people were like, oh my God, I can pawn this. Oh my God, I can sell this. Like, let's go find more fucking gold. Let's find some more coins. Like, I can totally, like, I honestly did not believe that they would keep their identities a secret. I was worried that they would like go and sell some stuff or whatever they found. You know, like, I didn't think that these Rangers would like keep it a secret. It was weird. It was just like this weird feeling.
Listing off their character traits, Zach, he was the worst of them all in this. He was just annoying, and he avoids his grandma completely just to go hang out alone and skip school. Trini, I forget what she did, but she like doesn't listen to her mom or something. Kimberly spreads gossip or naked pictures.
Trini has an internal issue because she's a lesbian.
Well, I know she's a lesbian, but I mean, she like lashes out against her parents a lot.
And that's why. Because she's a lesbian.
Still, no. Regardless of the reasons, I'm just listing their traits that we see. Yeah, and then Jason literally does pranks and vandalizes cars and breaks into school. Billy, though he's on the spectrum, like he breaks the law a lot, it seems. Like breaking into the place they were in the first place.
Oh man, I totally forgot that Billy was on the spectrum.
And he basically he had an explosive with him or something. Part of the thing. And it's like, and well, am I leaving anybody out? I don't know. But they're just all assholes. And none of them deserve to be one. None of them deserve to be Rangers in any way, shape, or form. And then later,
they totally, none of them.
They jacked off a bowl in the beginning as a joke, like, or they made the joke of it, and it's like Power Rangers won. Like, I don't know. In Power Rangers, they never had a sexual joke really, and if they ever do, it's so subtle and innocent. It's like innocent jokes.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, it's like, it's a bowl, you milked it. It's like, okay, I don't know.
And I'm with you. Like the putties, I didn't like the way they looked. They're just rocks. They're just rocks, and I mean, come on. I love
paper mache.
I love the design, like, of the new suits and stuff, like the way they looked. I didn't mind how when they morph, like it kind of morphs around them, like the way they show it morphing.
Like nanobots, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't mind that at all. I like the way it looked. The whole relationship between is Jason, the Red Ranger, Jason, and his dad.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of liked that, but I was also like conflicted because I was like, okay, did he just tell his dad that like he's a ranger?
No, there's actually a good deleted scene that would have helped Jason's character where he's like helping his little sister out with something.
Mm.
He's a little sister, by the way. I don't know if they actually show her in the movie, but there's a good moment where he's like teaching her something.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's a good character trait. It seems like he's helping being a big brother. And it's like in the show, in the movie.
Oh, no, you have to make them delinquents. Mm-mm. They have to all be delinquent. Like nothing good about them. They all have to be outcasts. Like
there's a student that probably picks up trash and helps people study as a student, and fuck that chick. No, she ain't gonna be a ranger.
No.
She's not selfish enough to be a ranger, apparently.
I was kind of thinking like, okay, where is Tommy, right? Because at the very end, they're like Tommy, like because they're all in detention, and I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna have a second movie, but why? Like this movie's not very good. Why? Like it wasn't. I was kind of like, oh man, they should have just thrown Tommy in there. They should have just thrown him in there. Like once they get a coin, maybe they have like I don't know, just give it to some random person. Like give it to fucking Jason. Give it to the dad. Like, just anybody can have a coin at this point. Like, just give it to the dad.
The red-haired kid that Jason slapped.
Oh, God.
It's supposed to be the bully, the kid that wanted to break the kid's wrist. Yeah.
You know, the way their masks are, like, just... I like the whole suit. Like, I know a lot of people had a problem with the suits, the Ranger, the way they looked, but I didn't mind them. I liked them. I liked the look of them. What else? I don't know what else. I like the way Rita looked, even though I don't like the actress. I didn't mind the way she looked because of what like because of the fact that she used to be like the Green Ranger. I could buy her the way that she looked.
Right.
You know, I thought that was really neat. I did not like the way Zordon looked, but I liked how it was like a huge display and he could like go around it. Like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
I guess. I know with me, I'm like, so they built that thing, and the purpose was for a face to kind of stick out. Like, I don't know. I feel like if it was a screen, that'd make more sense.
I mean, you know, when he's moving around, you can really feel his intensity, you know? Like, he'll go really fast and be right at you.
I guess. I mean, at that point, they might have well have had controllable arms or something. I don't know. Like, I was surprised they didn't make. They could have made a mixture of Zordon and Alpha in one or something. Robot Zordon as Alpha. But
Voldemort, you know, he was on the back of that dude's head.
Turn around, Alpha, so I can speak to the Rangers. Okay. That'll be funny. But the rant, you said you got to be going soon. So, if there's any things that you want to bring up or something you want to touch on, your favorite seasons, favorite characters, or whatever's on your mind that you want to say here, whatever, plug something.
No, just watch Power Rangers and love Power Rangers. And that's all. Thank you for having me on. And nice meeting you, my nerdy home.
You too.
All right. So, yeah, you can stick around if you want, or if you're heading out now, it's cool. You know, whatever.
I'm heading out.
All right.
Gotta go, guys.
Yep. Later, man. All right. How long are you good to go for?
I don't know. Just whenever.
Okay, cool. So I have no idea. I have no time frame.
Yeah, I don't have time frame really either. The Zords, they look like Transformers.
No, I'd say they look worse than Transformers.
Do you think they look worse than the Transformers? Like the later.
Okay. Transformers 1 had good looking Transformers.
Yeah, no, I mean like the later ones, like when
they're
bring.
They're about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like Transformers. I don't really like it.
What's funny is that even if they use CGI to make the Zords, I mean, they still like a way to make them look not as ugly is if to not have them move around so much, like in such a wild fashion, or to be cutting around so much, and you could just fill them with color and and just have them move a little like normal, and that'd be fine, I think, in some ways, because in the show they used like toys close up and like you made them. They made him feel big, basically. And, it doesn't matter if it looked like a toy or not. It's a robot. Who cares? And in this, they want to make it look what was their goal here? Realistic? No. I don't know what their goal was. And the Megazord itself, like, I mean, the original design of the Megazord is badass. And then it's like this faceless,
I know,
just random. It might as well have been Slender Man. Like it was so ununique, like the opposite of unique, just completely.
Yeah, I guess the only thing maybe I just like the Power Rangers in name. That's what the movie is. It's just Power Rangers in name only because I have a lot of gripes with it, and I guess I just have to watch it again because I can only remember like the things that I didn't like about the movie.
Yeah. So okay, so I can chime in right here. Then the parts that I liked was like the only scene that I enjoyed enough was when they're like talking by the campfire or something, and they're like actually just kind of like the movie actually slows down for a minute with our main characters, and then we get to see them interact with each other. That's a plus, but it's like I still don't like Zach, even after hearing things. I hate Zach the most.
Oh, you hate Zach the most? Okay, see, I actually kind of like. He's the one with like the sick mom, right?
Yeah, but he's like, the black one. I don't know. It's just it wasn't funny to me.
No, that part wasn't funny either. Like, oh shit, it wasn't funny. Zach, I didn't mind Zach's character, especially like kind of after like you find out what he's going through. It made him sympathetic, and I guess that got me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand his moral dilemma with his mom, I guess, or his grandma, or whichever one. But that's the only trait about him. That's not even a trait. That's just a thing that's with him.
Yeah, that's just something that's going on in his life.
Yeah, I liked that, but other than that, I don't like it. Like at all. He's not funny, not interesting. I don't know. Billy was okay-ish. Trini, I'd say she was more likable, I suppose. She's kind of like I could see her out of all of them being somebody I could meet in high school. Like the most normal, but I don't know. I didn't like most of them in the first place. I think you and I talked last time, or when we were talking before, about how it would have been cool for the cameos of the original Power Ranger team to be the teachers in the school, so that you can have better cameos. And if anything, if these ones are not supposed to have been Power Rangers, they're just the actors playing teachers or something, you could still do something cool with them, make cool backstories with them, so that they can connect with the students and be, even if they don't know that they're Power Rangers, be helping them regardless in some way, shape, or form with their advice or experiences. That'd be cool. Yeah, I totally agree. Like all they had was Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson just kind of like standing there like, oh my god, selfie, pretty much. It's like that was it. They literally just pull out their phone and go, look at that. Yeah, that was insulting to me. I'm like, you had them on set in front of the cameras for your movie, and you have them go, wow. They got Luke Skywalkered on a smaller scale, Totally. Yeah, I totally agree. Like they needed more original Rangers. I mean, if you don't want to get the original Ranger, I mean, you would have. Well, you can't really get all of them, but no, of course not all of them. But I mean, if you're gonna have, Tommy and Kimberly, because they're the most powerful, popular ones. If you're gonna have them be there, like I totally give them something to do. Like let them act in the movie. Have Tommy be like the fucking detention teacher or something. Have him do something. But they just kind of stand there for a It's just a cameo, and it was kind of depressing to see, but exciting at the same time. Because I was like, oh look, that's it. Damn. Have him be like one of the parents or something. They could have been at the Krispy Kreme fighting a putty for all we know. That would have been something. Right? I don't know. Give them something to do. Jeez. Yeah, it was pretty depressing. It was exciting to see them, but I was just kind of like, that's all they're gonna do. Yeah, well, it's funny because in Dino Thunder, in that season, Tommy is a teacher. You told me that. Yeah, he's an actual teacher in that, and he has, he tries to find out more things about dinosaurs and about the morphine grid and stuff. He tries to learn about that, and he, is helping out, and that was a good use of his talent. It seems like some path he might take. He does. What's funny too is that he's charged to, watch the kids during detention, and he's like, okay, well, you guys can come with me, and I'll give you guys a task to do, but it's not really, it's not too harsh, pretty much. Yeah. He seems like the kind of laid back teacher. with that. But he's they did him good in that, and they gave him a teaching role. That's what he would be. It's like if he's not a karate master or martial arts teacher and they're teaching people skills anyway, that's something else that would have been interesting. If you had an ex-ranger, you could have started the Mighty Morphin, or at least the Power Ranger movie. You could have already had rangers that were rangers before, and passed it down to start this.
Oh, I know.
Something
totally.
too.
That would have been awesome to see.
Like if he's like, I'm getting.
They could have had. I mean, they could have still had like the same thing with Rita. The same backstory. Just have Tommy and Kimberly there. Being defeated or something, and then you have to like fast forward into the future or something. I have no idea. But
it's like maybe it's like they've been Power Rangers for, let's say, like 6 years or something, and it's like they're getting at the point where they're trying to live their lives, and they want to they kind of want to stop fighting this endless battle or something, and it's like, okay, we gotta get somebody else to do this. It's like we can we want to try to help, but just fighting's not getting anywhere. So while these guys fight, we can find other ways to maybe beat our enemy or something. That'd be something different. Which is like, it disappoints me when I hear that the new version that they might do with Hasbro is going to be like they're in the future and then they go back to the 90s, and then I don't know. It's just like I don't think they get how to do it anymore. Do you think they should make Power Ranger movies, like as far as like to make a new series of movies that are connected or anything? Do you think they should keep on doing that?
I'm torn because like my immediate answer is hell yeah. I want to see more movies just because I want to see them. But if they're not going to do it right, then I mean, just leave it alone, or make it like a TV movie or straight to Netflix or something like that.
Well, it's like I liked what Turbo was a horrible season, but I liked how they had the opening of that season was a movie, that started it, kickstarted the season. I like that. That's kind of cool, and I think that's a cool way that they could have done a lot of things. And a part of me thinks that they need to pick a point in the Power Ranger universe, like, after a certain season, and go, okay, if we want to make a cool movie series now or something with characters up to this point, let's do something here. And they could have, I think, then make a movie that's separate from the continuity of the, like, beyond that point in time, but, all the way up to that point, it's still continuity. And, have different characters from different seasons or something end up doing something. I don't know. What's funny too, like they might not have enough original cast to put into a movie themselves, but there's other Rangers or other actors from other seasons that still love to do it. The guy who plays as Wes in Time Force, he loves to take a cameo whenever he can. Like there's lots of Rangers that like to come back and show their face, like, hey, I'm still around, still like this stuff. I like doing this.
Now, what I remember seeing previews, I don't remember where, but I remember seeing previews where they had like tons and tons of all the Rangers, like even the Mighty Morphin Rangers, like to help fight or something. What is that?
Oh, okay. I can tell you.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
So that was in Megaforce, and that was the 20th season, I think. And
the 20th season?
20th season. It's the 20th anniversary season, basically.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And the movie was like, I don't know if it was a movie or just an episode special or two-parter. I don't remember. I don't really know. But it's on Netflix. And oh my God. So they have the new Power Ranger team is fighting these intergalactic aliens, which that's fine for a premise. Sure, why not? Yeah. And they end up getting more aliens to join their cause, and then they have a humongous invasion of Earth, I guess, with the aliens, which, the last time they did that was in Power Rangers in Space, which was the end of the Zordon era, basically the end of the original, passing down the torch to the next season, basically the next characters with Zordon and everything. That was the last of that. That was when all of Earth and the universe was being invaded and stuff. That's the last time they did something on that scale. And so in this one, they do that, and the Rangers are fighting some of the guys, but they get defeated pretty easily. A couple of buildings get destroyed, and there's some people trapped. And they show Rangers from the different seasons, a couple of the ones that could come back for a cameo anyway. And they're helping people out. And something that I hated that they did was to show the kids who it is. That they'd have, this guy in a green, engineering suit helps this person out of the rubble, and then they CGI a 1 second flash of the helmet of whatever ranger he was for whatever season, and it's like I hated that. They did that for all these rangers. So then there's another one. Oh, that's the Time Force one, because they showed the helmet like whoosh, and then it goes away. It just appears and fades away to show us, the audience, who it is and whatnot, because they look older. But it's like, I don't know, it's stupid. And then they all come together. The Rangers are like, okay, I guess we're gonna have to fight these guys. That their acting is horrible. There's no sense of tension that the world is at stake. Because in the In Space one, why that one was cool was that Bulk and Skull, though you may hate them, they show people getting rounded up and running around, and cities being attacked. They're under siege. They're running for their lives. They're scared and stuff. And they're like, where are the Power Rangers? And Bulk and Skull are like, hey, they've always been there for us for all these years. We gotta, if we can't count on them, we gotta do something ourselves. And they pretty much lead the.
Are Bulk and Skull like throughout the whole thing? Like, what is?
They're there's the same background that they normally are, but at a much minor capacity compared to the Mighty Morphin. Like, they cut to them sometimes, but not all the time.
Holy crap.
They don't cut to them for everything, but they do stick around in the background still sometimes. But anyway, so in that season, though, at the end of it, the main Astronema is the evil one that comes there, and she's like, where are the Rangers? Give them to me. And the people don't know who the Rangers are, but Bulk and Skull are like, I'm a Ranger. It's like I am Spartacus, basically.
Yeah.
And and they're like, we got your back, Rangers, and they're fighting, and they're helping leading the human resistance against the bad guys that are there. And so that was In Space, but in this one, they're in the canyon doing their final battle, and it's just like they're like, oh no, I guess we're in danger, and the world's in trouble. I guess we're fucked. And then they're like, oh, what's that? And they look onto the edge, and there's the Mighty Morphin team right there. And then they cut to the next one, and then there's the Zeo team, and then there's the Turbo team, and there's the whatever. They're just cutting to all the different Rangers, and I'm like, fucking A.
You didn't like it?
Well, it's dumb because like they ruined continuity of so much because in the American version, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were the coins were destroyed, meaning their power to morph into the Power Rangers were destroyed. Only Adam in the In Space one, he comes back and helps out. He has like a little cameo in one of the episodes and helps the Black Ranger of the current, find his self-confidence. And he has like a fried morpher, fried morpher from Mighty Morphin, and he uses it. And Alpha is like, dude, don't use that, because if you use it, it could kill you. Like, because the power coins are destroyed, And so he uses it for like a few minutes, and it fades away. And he's like, But it was kind of cool. But in this, no, they all have their powers. Tommy is the Dragon Ranger, the Green Ranger in it with a shitty costume though. They didn't have a real thing, so it looks like fake, cosplay. And it's like, and all the other Rangers are there from all the seasons, and I'm like, half of you don't have your powers back. What the hell are you doing? And it's just so stupid. And then they all fight together, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's just one of the lamest looking fights. There's no feeling with it. And then after they have the shot of the Rangers slowly taking the ones they could get, remember, to take off their helmets, and that's the legendary Rangers. Remember. Well, and Steph, what's worse is that the whole season of Megaforce is nostalgia, like in horrible capacity. It's like they literally have action figures of all of the past Rangers on their wall. They have a Zordon wannabe, like his cousin or something. I don't even fucking know. And a shitty ass looking thing. And he's like, the Ranger. And the Rangers, they have their main thing that they morph into. But guess what? They can also access the power of the Rangers of old. So, like,
I saw that. I've seen that before. Yeah.
These schmucks can be the White Ranger. They can be the Dragon, the Green Ranger. They can be all these old Rangers. It's like, just fuck you. That's the embodiment of the modern age, Just I can just be your powers too. It's like, okay, great, you totally earned it, No. So I don't know. It's just so it's dumb.
And do they have like access to the Zords of the past as well?
I think only once. I know they had the Falcon Zord. They had Tommy's Falcon Zord come back once. But I think that was him specifically that did it. So maybe that's okay. But I don't fucking know. So then they had another little one and for the 25th anniversary in Ninja Steel, where it's like Tommy, Wes, a couple people come there. Rocky, I think, is in it for a sec.
Yeah.
It's just a 1 episode, 20-minute pretty much. It's really quick, and like the enemy is making evil robot rangers because he captures different rangers from the past and I don't know, like downloads their heads. I don't fucking know. And Tommy's there pretty much, and he's like the main reason why they had the episode. But he just pretty much kicks everyone's ass, and that's the episode. It's like, it's all right, I guess. I don't know, but the Megaforce was bad. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. I want to see it now. I got all excited when I saw that. I was like, oh.
You can watch it and cringe. That's fine. It's worse. It's worse cringe than anything.
Oh, boo.
Alpha Margarita says, wasn't there also a Power Rangers crossover episode with various Power Ranger in Operation Overdrive? I mean, maybe. I haven't seen that one. Some of the newer ones have lots of older characters drop by. It seems to like give them advice, but it's like, I feel like it's not earned. Not enough of the Rangers of old are like disapprove. They always approve of the new Rangers. They never have any doubt. See, that would have been kind of cool in the Megaforce one if because in this one they go, oh, well, we can always trust our legacy is safe with you guys or something. That would have been funny if he's like, you guys aren't worthy to be Rangers. It's like, oh, burn, shit, you guys suck. It'd give them something to fight for, but it's like, no, he's always approving of them, which is fine. But, I don't know, just the Mega, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. But in the Sentai version, it probably would make sense because they never have their powers totally destroyed. They just, end the season or something.
Yeah.
And just go to the next one.
I feel like I need to watch more Power Rangers.
I think you should too sometimes, but not with everything. Just some things. Like I'd say Time Force would probably be the best one in my opinion.
Which whenever I look up a Power Rangers GIF, I always see someone who's morphing, and she goes like this.
Yeah, that's I don't know which season that is, but
what is that?
That's a common Sentai thing in Japan. The girls always have the super, ching ching, or like a little claws or something that they do, which is pretty funny. But yeah, Time Force. Have you seen anything about Time Force?
I haven't seen anything past Mighty Morphin, like nothing.
Right. I know, but I mean, I don't know if YouTube clips or later.
I don't see anything. No, I don't even look up YouTube clips.
So the reason why Time Force is one of the best is that it starts out where the Red Ranger by himself pretty much beats the bad guy. Beats him, quote unquote. Yeah. And the whole time he's the bad guy's confident and whatnot. They're showing the heroes, celebrate a little bit. The Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger are about to get married. They engage. They propose or whatever. First episode. They're adults. They're in the year 3000 with this at the start, and then before you know it, the bad guys escape, and they're going to go in the time machine to go back to the year 2001, and the Red Ranger gets killed. Right away.
Wow.
And this is after this is the beginning. This is episode 1, and the Pink Ranger's like, no, and he pretty much dies in her arms right there, and they got to go chase him, and she goes back to the past with the team, and his ancestor is who she runs into, who looks just like him pretty much, and they have a thing, but it's like, and also there's the 6th Ranger, Eric. He is like in a super rival with the Red Ranger, or with the guy who becomes the Red Ranger of that time, because he had to scrap and scrape to get where he is, as to where that guy was born rich. His like dad's super rich, but when he started to be a ranger, he just decided to screw it, Dad. I'm not going to take all your funds. I'm going to hang out with these guys and do my thing and do my own destiny and stuff. And they have some good moments. But I'll show you just like a little clip to get a taste of that.
Take my morpher. There's 4 more attempts. It's the only way you'll...
episode 1.
Wow. Take
my Martha. Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
That's episode 1. It's not quite the same as Mighty Morphin.
No, not at all. Damn. I kind of want to see what happens. I'm gonna watch it.
And Jen, she's the Pink Ranger in this, is the best Pink Ranger pretty much. Like she's the definition of what, a strong woman should be. That she's basically the leader of the team, but she's not the Red Ranger. She's capable herself, but she gets her ass kicked a lot too. And some of her strengths are her flaws, and it's they do it really well with that. And they have her. She has a good arc going throughout the whole show and whatnot. So one of the best ones.
Okay, dope. I'm gonna watch it then. I'm gonna watch it now.
Yes. Angelus Draven, one of these days, if you want to be on a stream for Power Ranger 1, let me know. You seem to know a lot more than I do,
I know.
honestly. So if you want to come on one of these days, that'd be good because you seem to have more knowledge than I do about this shit. So that's great.
No.
So yeah, I've got to have a no. Yes, but see, and that's good acting though for Power Rangers show.
Totally. Yeah.
It's not as the ones of the older of other ones would be like no, or, oh no, Kai. Oh, in a Lost Galaxy. This is when they had the first Ranger death in the show. Was in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, which was actually during the first crossover of Power Ranger seasons. In space crossed over with Lost Galaxy, and the Psycho Ranger from the last one survives, and she has a sword thing, and it's like growing in power. And to get to destroy it, it destroys herself pretty much. So the Pink Ranger sacrifices herself, destroys it, and she dies. And she dies. Which was dramatic too. That was a great show. And in the episode after, the Rangers are pissed. Like you can tell their attitudes of, oh hey, let's be nice and friendly. They're going around the galaxy trying to find her sword that she had. It's like, where's the fucking sword? Basically, they're not saying that, but they're like, we want to destroy you. We're not playing around. It's like they're showing some drama. But when she's about to sacrifice herself, the Blue Ranger's like, no. Oh my god! Like, take the drama out of it. Why don't you with that? No.
No.
The other ones at least looked like they kind of tried. They're like, Kendricks. No. And he's like, oh.
Oh my god.
Yep. Hold on. Go Gaker, the pirate themed. I have no idea. Go Gaker. Gawkhager. I have no idea. They're saying in the chat. Time Force is amazing. She is the best Pink Ranger. Agreed. Yeah, I feel like you'll like that one too. And it's like the dad and son have a huge standoff with it. This is the first time where the citizens try to actually have a fort. Like they try to make a little like police force that can kind of combat against the enemy a little bit. Like they make them the Silver Guardians, and they want to have a Ranger leading it and try to learn more about Ranger technology so they can use it themselves to defend the city because they're freaking being attacked by these things. And it's like it's a good show. I'm saying good season. Good season.
Yeah.
You
convinced me. Thank you.
Yes.
To get back into it.
Exactly. Time Force would be the best one to get into. Another one would be Lost Galaxy. Kind of. I mean, that one's right after In Space, and they literally have like a whole colony that they're going to try to travel space with, and find new planets and stuff. And they have like little domes that have cities in them, basically. So it can be classic scenes that you see in the show still. But that one's pretty good. They have some drama in that, a lot of corniness, but.
Well,
good
of
moment.
course, it's Power Rangers. You expect the corniness.
Well, actually, so what's funny too is that they like have a sword in the stone sort of thing. They have the Quasar sabers and these rocks, and only the ones who are worthy can yank them out. And our team yanks them out. But then the Red Ranger, guess what? He also dies in that one. But he comes back. He didn't really die, but he falls in a hole and he's perceived to be dead. And then his little brother takes the mantle. And he snuck on this whole adventure in the first place. He wasn't supposed to be there. He feels guilty that he even has it, and that his brother died for it. And you see him struggle with this in episodes. He's like, man, I don't even know if I should have this power. What's wrong with me? If only I could have saved my brother. If it was me that died, basically, is like what he's going through. And it's like the Yellow Ranger in this, she's actually she's basically a human that's on another planet called Marinoi. Yeah. And the bad guys invade there. That's where the Quasar Sabers are from. And the bad guys, as they're running away with the Quasar Sabers, he slams his sword into the ground and starts turning the people into stone. And her whole family, her whole planet gets engulfed in stone. Everyone she knows and grew up with is statues. That's episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That's they start off pretty strong in some of these episodes.
That sounds really good.
And they have their mix of corniness, of course. And Alpha is in that season for a little bit, not too often, but just here and there. And it's pretty good. They in some of the later in the Wild Force season, the main villain killed the Red Ranger's parents.
Holy crap. See, I feel like I'm missing so much. Like, I should have just kept watching.
No, it's like
I really should have just kept watching. Like, I feel like I've just missed out on like a lot of good
shit. As a kid, yes, you probably should have. As an adult, like in the Wild Force one, there's so much corniness in it. It's almost hard to get by, but there's also lots of great character development in it too. The Yellow Ranger in that one was an Air Force pilot, and she's basically the leader of this team. And that team started with her being the first Ranger of that team. And then the team gets added on as it goes, and the Red Ranger was the last one to be the addition to the team, basically. And it's like their Zords, instead of being random machines, are actual animals that they're machines basically, but they're like living animals. So like they actually talk to them. They have their own minds and personalities. They don't want to, if they don't want to fight another Zord, they won't. Because there's lots of evil Zords in that one. And they're like, no, I'm not going to. It's my friend, And at the end, in the season finale, most of them they're getting destroyed one by one, and their little things just, and it's like, okay, your Zord that they like cry before they die. Instead of just being blown up by a normal machine, So
wow, you should definitely have Angela Straven.
Yeah, Angelus. Yeah, definitely gonna have you on these days if you want to, if you don't mind streaming, because a lot of shit.
I know. I'm just reading all the comments. Like, damn.
Yeah, Ninja Storm. Okay, that one's okay. There's some seasons that are funny seasons, and then there's serious seasons. Then Ninja Storm's a goofy season, so. There's even a point where they get the morphers and they're like, so what do we do with these things? They don't know how to morph. And they figure it out. And they actually have like some superpowers, but like a little bit. Like the girl can use some water powers, the yellow dude can use some wind, and the other dude uses super speed. I don't remember what his power is. I don't know. But they have some cool elements with it. Like they start their thing where their master gets turned into a hamster.
Oh my god!
It's silly, but then it's like, but at the same time, all the students of their ninja academy get like captured into a cookie jar, kind of like Rita in a way, and that's how they start. And then these three were late to class, so they're the only ones who didn't get taken or something, and they're like, oh shit, and so they had to learn that way. And the guy in there, Cam, he becomes like their addition later, and they have a couple of Dark Rangers, the Thunder Rangers, that start out kind of like Tommy, a little bit. They're evil at first, but come good later. But they had a pretty decent dynamic because they're brothers, I guess, and it's kind of sports centric. If you like sports, they do lots of sports in Ninja Storm season as well, like motocross and whatnot, surfing, skateboarding, and stuff. Oh yeah, he says the stories get really good in later seasons to the point where you'll be like, why do I like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Exactly, and it's like that's the thing too. It's like kid-ish and corny, but it's like there's good moments that are like, man, I gotta kind of keep watching and see what happens with that character in their arc. In the Dino Thunder one, there's a kid who basically has the same dynamic as Tommy did. He's kind of under the control of the evil person, but. He's becoming evil-ish, but he's not really in control of it. And his dad is the main villain, actually. And it's like there's just a lot of stuff that's happening with it, and he's like struggling too, and he can't even find it. Nobody trusts him, and it's like there's some good drama with some of it. It's pretty good.
You don't have to convince me anymore.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm gonna watch it now.
Good.
I'll be all up in your DMs like, oh my god, I loved it so much.
You should. It's like even the Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue is kind of dumb, but again, a lot of it's really dumb. But like there's moments where so the Rangers of that one are like there's a firefighter, a medic, couple other things and whatnot, and they're like trying to help people more often. And the Red Ranger is like really, he just keeps on remembering when a firefighter saved him as a kid. Turns out that's the same guy that's his mentor, basically of the group. And they have some good dynamics there. And he keeps on working out all the time. And the dude's like, dude, you gotta relax and chill sometimes. Yeah. And it's like, it's good that you're trying because doing what you're doing because there's a situation or something where he's like, oh, I gotta stop the bad guy, but he's like, no, dude, do this instead. And he's like, what the hell? That dude's gonna destroy it. And he almost blew up the building or something where there's kids in it and stuff. It's like, he was like really mentally angry about that. Like one kid got injured in one of the things and he was like feeling really guilty. Like, man, what the fuck I should have done? I knew what I should have done to save him. But he's like, no, if you did what you did to save him, everyone else would have been killed. So that kid's injury was minor, but he did the right thing ultimately. Because there's like explosives. He's like, be aware of your surroundings. Don't just be an idiot. You have power with you. Don't be an idiot and just start blasting away at stuff. Look around first. It's like what they start teaching. So yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't need to keep on trying to convince you. You're convinced now.
I know. I'm already convinced.
You're like, when can we be done so I can start?
Yeah, totally. I'm like pulling up Netflix right now. Like, okay.
So I'd say. It's like in Zeo is the first of seasons that are after Mighty Morphin. Mm-hmm. There are some episodes in that are fine because Jason comes back into the show as the Gold Ranger. And there's at first he's
I remember him being the Gold Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah, at first there's an alien that's the Gold Ranger too, like a Triforian or something, which is kind of cool. Billy's in there is like their engineer, science guy trying to help them out with stuff. There's some good stuff in there. Bulk and Skull are still in the show, and they try to become cops. They try to become cops and detectives or something, and it's pretty funny.
Cool.
Rita and Zed and Goldar and them, or so Rita and Zed are on the moon, just like watching TV in an RV or something. Don't know why. They got kicked out of their palace by the new bad guys, and it's just silly.
So silly.
It's very silly. Yes.
Oh my god.
But they're still around. They still keep them around. It is great. He says Lightspeed has some good moments. The team up episodes are good, even if you don't watch the full season. Yeah, there's some episodes that are pretty good in that season. Exactly. And then Ancient Ones here says, hello everyone. F. Rodrigo says, Steph, you look mesmerized by Rookie's preaching.
He's explaining everything to me. I haven't gotten past the first 3 seasons, just Mighty Morphin. That's all I've ever watched. Yeah. I've never really been interested in anything else. I started sports and everything. And so, I never went back to Power Rangers. And once I was seeing it back on, it wasn't Mighty Morphin anymore. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I was just kind of like, I'll just let it go.
No, it's actually kind of the same thing with me because 6th grade was when I stopped. That was like my final year. And then 7th grade, I was starting to do basketball and stuff. So I was like, I was kind of shifting. And it was funny. Nobody else talks about Power Rangers in high school or nothing. It's if you do, you're a little bitch. Even if you're a girl, you're right. Yeah. They'll think you're a little dweeb, so that you don't talk about it with your friends, even if you liked it. So it's like, okay. And it's like with me, if I can't have a conversation about it, I wasn't really going to watch it. So I was like, okay, so I'll stop watching that for a while. But looking back as an adult now, I'm looking at it now, I'm noticing a lot of stuff that I did not really catch on as much when I was a kid that I like and stuff that I don't like. But it's like for funny reasons. It's like, I see what they did there. Oh, they fucked up hard. Okay, that's funny. Oh, they glitched. Okay, they or how they do the shots are pretty funny. You can tell when they switch to Japanese footage half the time, especially in Mighty Morphin. They go the filter goes darker.
Yeah, it goes dark. It's a little more grainy too. Mm-hmm. It's a little more grainy. Trini's a boy.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah, the Yellow Ranger in the original is a boy.
Yeah, Trini's a boy. And you can always tell too, when they ran out of footage and the cast actually had to put on the suit and stuff because the suits look different. What's his name? Jason was more muscular
Yep.
than the other person, and they also moved a lot slower.
Yes, that's when they use the camera a lot more to disguise the shitty fight scenes, or they'll like cut to them throwing a punch, but they won't have them in the same frame throwing the punch or something. So it's like, okay, they'll show him punch and then reaction of the putty, flying around, which is kind of how I shoot my stuff because I'm only the only person here, so I have to cut it that way. That's kind of how they did it for a while, but you can tell too when they had different dubbed actors voicing them, because Jason for some of it had to leave or didn't want to be in it for a while, and they had another guy. He's like, "No way, and like that's supposed to be Jason." It's like, what? I need the power sword. It's like that's not Jason. What the fuck is that? That's pretty funny. But yeah, it's like knowing the more stuff you know about it, the more fun it is to kind of watch it too.
Oh, I was going to ask you, have you seen on Netflix The Toys That Made Us?
Yes.
Did you see the Power Rangers one?
That's why I watched it. Yeah.
Okay.
Why I watched it.
I mean, I watched like a bunch of them, but there's only like 6, I think. But yeah, I watched them all. But when they said, I started with the Power Rangers one, I was just like, yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So I love the story of how it got made, because I try to imagine pitching this idea. Like, we're going to use Japanese footage. We're going to intercut our own American footage. We're going to sometimes borrow their costumes and try to, use our own thing and shoot it our own way. It's like, the kids aren't going to know what the fuck's going on here. And then it's like the fact that it switches every season. But it's like, they eventually realize with Mighty Morphin, oh, yeah, if we switch the costumes and stuff, then we can have more toys. Oh shit.
I know, right? I was like, why are they like not doing this? Like, damn, all the hoops that they had to go through, and the original person that was like, yes, let's do this. She finally was at like the right company to finally get it in motion and everything. I was just like, hell yeah.
Yes.
Damn. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, wow. That was awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, then yeah, look for it on Netflix. It's so interesting. It is so interesting. And I love the fact that like the toys that they made were like just so well done. They weren't cheap or anything. Like they're
quality toys.
They were quality toys. Like they were toys that you can get now, but they were made like way back when. Like way back when you had quality toys. Now you buy a toy and it fucking breaks.
Or they don't have any mobility in the first place. Who wants to play with a toy where all they do is
I know, they go like this or whatever. They fucking stand still. But the Power Rangers toys were freaking fucking awesome. I love the Power Rangers toys, and they still make dope ass Power Rangers toys.
Yes. Did you know that the March of the Dragon, the da 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 da, that's an actual song.
Oh, really?
There's a full version of that. It starts da 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 da. There's like drums in it too. It's like a whole song actually. It's called March. It's called March of the Dragon. Is the full song.
Yeah. I'm learning so much tonight.
No, yep. That's what I figured that these Power Ranger streams will be, because so far no one has had more knowledge than I do about it. And it's like, so I'm pretty much
so far. Let's see when you get Angelus on.
He'll be the one teaching this time.
I know.
What I want to do is I'm going to have another one next week with 2 other people, and then after that I want to start. I'll probably keep it most of the same people that I've had so far. You, DJ, Rant, and everybody, and just maybe rotate in and out sometimes. And if I can get Angelus on at least one, then that would be cool, because I might just do one with just him and me. To just because there's just he can do his information, I'll do my information. And
I know, do it. I'm gonna totally watch that. I want to watch that one. Do it.
I'll be good. I'll DM him. I'll DM him. I'll see what he thinks about that. The Legacy line, the Power Rangers, Zords, and Morphers are really well made. Yeah,
they are.
I agree. And they actually combined. Like that was the thing. They actually would work if you bought them separately. If you bought them separately, they could still combine. And even what's even better is that later in the Wild Force season, that was quite a few years later after the Mighty Morphin, they have similar looking Zords, similar designs, but they're not the same exact creatures. But they can actually combine with some of the Mighty Morphin ones.
Shut up! Holy crap!
Like I think
That
it
is
was
so
I think it was a rare. I don't know if it was just a one type of design, but I could be wrong, but I feel like I had like the Triceratops or something and shark or the lion from the Wild Force one. I could have sworn they could have combined, but I could be wrong. But I swear they like
so
made
cool.
they made them like. I could be wrong. They might have made them like Legos, where you can they have the same appendage points to connect things. Angelus could correct me if I'm wrong. I could be thinking of a different Zord
He said,
altogether.
they built a Ranger line, but I'm not sure if he's talking about that. What you're talking about?
I don't know. I'll ask him when I do a stream. Even if it's just him in the chat and I'm just talking to him, I'll do that too. Let's talk one-on-one and have that back and forth because that's pretty cool.
Oh, he said they made it so they are interchangeable.
Okay, yeah, I thought so because I was like able to make a weird Zord that you never see before. So I was like, that's freaking awesome.
I know that's
a good toy. It's like Legos, but with the toy.
Yeah, God, I want to buy so much Power Ranger stuff whenever I see it, but I'm just kind of like,
I know we're adults and we have bills and things. So
we have
like,
bills, and I'm just like, do I need it? But then I'll go out and buy like a Harley Quinn statue, and I'm just like, I could have gotten something for Power Rangers.
I want a Lord Zed or something like that. And when Mary plays as Rita in the project and stuff, I could have like a Lord Zed.
Yes, like I've seen. Oh man, they have it every time I go. Every time I go pick up my comic subscriptions, I'm like looking at it and I stare at it and I'm just like, Jesus, I want that so bad. I want so many things, but it's from like Mighty Morphin. Like they have Titanus. Is that how you say the name?
Yeah, Titanus.
Titanus. They have Megazord. They have Dragon Zord, and I'm just like, I want these and just display them like in my living room. They have Tommy's. They have Tommy's
daggers,
dagger flute. I'm like, God, I want that so bad. You know what I didn't like? When Tommy became the White Ranger, I didn't like his Saba sword. That got on my
his Saba that talks to him. Hello, Tommy.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I didn't like Saba.
Yeah, what's funny in the comic book, Saba is like a really important type of thing in the story, and it's like, oh no.
I couldn't stand Saba. I was just like, dude, why does the sword have to talk? Like that's just weird.
It is weird. Hello, sword. Are you a conscious being?
Right? He's just kind of like, oh, sorry, I've never had a partner before. Like, what is that?
When I'm hitting an enemy with you, how does that feel?
I know.
Is this like sex to you? What is this? Like,
what is that? I didn't like. Oh, and I'm sorry, Angelus. He's like, Saba was awesome. I just didn't like Saba's weird. He was just like a little head that talked. It's just like,
if that was like Zordon or Alpha communicating or something, that'd be different.
Yeah.
Or if it was like a warrior trapped in a sword or something, and that's his story, that'd be a little different, I think. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Keely Chow says, going off subject, does anyone remember the VR Troopers toys and action figures from Kenner? I never had a VR Trooper toy. I don't know if they sold them as much in America. I really don't know. I don't know.
I know I didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Ancient One in the chat says, from the creators of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they bring you Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where they inject the morphine drugs in themselves before morphing into Power Rangers. Oh, Morphine Rangers. I get
the
you.
Morphine. Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Morphin time.
And then just like, yes.
I'm surprised that hasn't been like a parody on YouTube or something. Inject now. Injectors ready. I can see that being something.
I know. I know Saba was awesome. I just didn't get it.
He has laser eyes.
He does have.
Shoot lasers out of his eyes.
He does have laser eyes. Yeah, he does. And then like Tommy can just kind of stands on his own too, doesn't he? Like he can just kind of chill. He can float. You just chill.
It's like from Harry Potter. He'd fit in perfect in Harry Potter.
He can just float and chill. Like,
see, I think it would have been it would have been better if like he had to go and like find this ancient sword or something, and then it's he finds the sword and it's trapped in the stone or something, and he gets it or earns it or something, and it's an old warrior trapped in the sword, and he's got to find a way to free him at some point, and until then he sticks around and he can talk to him temporarily. That'd be different, I think, and then that'd be cool if he can be freed and you have a freaking Saba dude or something that's another fighter of some kind. That'd be kind of cool.
I know that would have been cool, but just on its own, it was weird. Even as a kid, I was just like, Saba's weird. Saba's really weird. Yeah. And like in the movie, he kind of floats there and he uses his laser eyes to like break a chain and and squish all of those like ooze putty things. Mm-hmm. It's just really weird. I don't know. Like you could do so much. Just let go of him. He can help. Let him float around and help with his laser eyes.
How can you fight a sword, really? It's crazy. Yeah, VR Troopers. I never watched VR Troopers, to be honest. That's kind of I don't know what year that was released, but I don't remember that airing too much. Do you watch VR Troopers? And neither did I. I watched Beetleborg sometimes. I didn't watch the show growing up, but at Blockbuster they'd have like a few episodes from the show always on their shelf, and I'd get those ones. Those are pretty funny. In the Wild Force Power Ranger season, they have a little anniversary type of season where they have all the Red Rangers from Mighty Morphin to Wild Force. Like all the leaders come together to do a fight on the moon.
You can't have the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger.
I know.
He's
that's
not the leader.
See that's well.
He got totally pushed back once the when that happened too. I was just like, what?
Well, no, they're talking about Jason. They have Jason be the one, but it's like the fact that the power shouldn't work is what it irks me. It's like it shouldn't work anymore. But I get what they're doing because it's cool. But it's like it's kind of lame. But they basically fight the Beetleborgs in that, but they're not as the Beetleborgs. The Beetleborgs are like it's supposed to be like the likeness of them are the generals of the old machine empire from the Zeo area, basically. And then they're trying to release because Lord Zed had his own Zord, remember? The huge dragon one.
Yeah, the weird dragon. I remember his own Zord.
Yeah, like that's stuck on the moon, and the reason why it was stuck there was because it ran out of power. But if it could fire at the Earth once. It's like a Death Star, basically. It could pretty much wipe it out. So they're trying to get that up and running again, and they basically fight the Beetleborgs on the moon, which is kind of cool. The Beetleborgs is dumber than Power Rangers in every sense of the word because they have three typical average kids and go inside a haunted mansion, by chance they're free to ghosts and they become Beetleborgs, and it's like God damn it, they have like that's some of the song, and it goes big bad Beetleborgs. But they have like a genie who's supposed to be like Robin Williams' genie, but he's also an Elvis. So he's like Full Labber has entered the building. It's just like God.
No, you're not selling me on it at all.
No, because I can't sell Beetleborgs. They have like a werewolf, a Frankenstein, like a vampire, and all these monsters inside this haunted house, and that's their home base pretty much. And the kids are like three different heights: the small, big, and the taller. They get little powers of the little girl can go like, and she's like super strong, and the Drew like blinks and he has like telekinesis, and the other dude snaps his fingers. He can like run really fast, and like it's what's funny about the Beetleborgs, though. I know you don't want to hear about it, but it's like so the American version compared to the Japanese version is like 99% different. Like they're not the same in any way. In Japan, in America, it's basically three kids go into a haunted house. They free basically a genie thing, and he they want to be Beetleborgs. He makes them Beetleborgs, but they also free the villains from the thing, and they have to fight the villains from the comics this whole time. That's the main thing of the American one. And the Japanese one, there's these interdimensional creatures that are trying to take over dimensions. And there's this like forest bug thing that's like a little ET kind of, but he's like a cockroach or something, and the humans are trying to build these robots that humans can like wear or something, and fight the bad guys with, but it's not working with the humans or something. So the bug thing teams up with the humans, and they he like summons dead bugs to like fuse into the machine robot things, the armor, and then it becomes the Beetleborg things, and it can only be wielded by humans. So humans wield the things with the bugs, and they fight the bad guys. It's like, what the fuck is this thing? I don't know.
Wow.
Very weird. I could be a little wrong on the details, but it's all in Japanese. So
Yeah.
Oof, it's bad. He said who they fight using the Ninja Thunder Sword with Tor the Shuttle Sword.
With Tor.
What? Oh, the ninja. Oh, the.
Oh, she's asking are you asking who do they fight when they do that?
Because the Thunder Zord was their first Zord change to the
the Thunder
Megazord.
Zords, the Thunder Megazords.
Yeah, and they had
the power of Tor.
Remember they had to show remember the Triceratops, and that fuses into the new one, and you remember the Tyrannosaurus? Well, it fuses into the dragon or something to show the kid.
I didn't like the Thunder Zords when they
I
first
didn't either.
brought them in. I was like, what is that? I don't like that. Like fucking a griffin and a lion and a unicorn. I was kind of like.
Yeah, well, no. Like, what I didn't like was that they show like their old Zords transform into those Zords, and I'm like, could you technically just use your old ones or not?
I know. Unless they're trying to remind the audience, like, oh, remember when it was cooler?
They're trying to let you know that it's the same Zords, or it's the same team of Power Rangers, because those are Zords from a different team in the Japanese version. So it's like, they don't have any more footage of the regular Megazord fighting, so they transfer it to that one. That's why they did it. But as for I don't know really why. And then when they get the Shogun ones and the Animal one and stuff, those are also because they don't have any other Zords to work with here, so they're trying to take Zords from other seasons and whatnot. But yeah, it's very bizarre. He says Keeley says Big Bad Beetleborgs plus DC Comics equals 3 kids becoming the DC superheroes: the Flash, Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's basically kind of accurate. Yeah, dude runs fast. Dude can use telekinesis. Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. He says a Tor was the turtle. Oh, right.
Tor was the turtle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
I was thinking.
Now you're. Oh, okay. That's what you were asking. Who Tor was?
Okay, yeah, I didn't remember.
Tor was the turtle.
How many episodes was that thing in? I don't remember that one being in.
Not in many. Yeah, it wasn't in many. Like you knew it was a big deal when like they brought in Tor or Titanus.
Wasn't he just a shield?
He was like a what was he? I think he was just what she said, like a transporter, like the Tiger Zord will be in it. Was it Tiger Zord?
That's what the Titanus thing was.
No. Like they combined to like make everything like yeah.
Okay, so I didn't watch the full Mighty Morphin's the only show of the like original run that I didn't watch the full thing, so the full episode. So I skipped around to episodes that I thought I would make.
I think when Lord Zed like had his Zord, like you see Tor. That was an episode where you see Tor. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rookie Steph, do you guys watch some Japanese Sentai-like shows?
I don't.
No. You would think I do, based on what I talk about. YouTube videos get recommended now that I've watched some Power Ranger videos. So I see Sentai ones come up too, and now I have a bunch of Japanese videos coming up. And then I just I hover the mouse over it, and it shows a glimpse, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I think I told you some of the old Sentai ones had like a kickball as like their finisher, their team finisher.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
When you see me, and the ball appears, and they just go kick to you, 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 and then kick and blows up the guy. It's like, okay, that's adorable. It's adorable. Oh yeah, they had some other ones that were kind of goofy as well, I guess, but of course, Sentai a lot of it was goofy, but goofier. There's one season I think where there's literally like 5 kids that are like 8-year-olds, I think, that are the Rangers.
Oh my god!
It's like Railroad Rangers or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I swear I saw a glimpse of something like that, and it was ridiculous to my eyes. I was like, "What?" That's so ridiculous. This is which was Zed's Megazord. Fuck. What was Zed's Megazord? I want to say
It was like a.
Did it start with a Z also, or was it a T?
I'm looking it up.
Titera? I don't know. They had lots of funky names.
Yeah.
Emperor Caesar says, yeah, and story-wise, the Dinozords aren't strong enough to go against Lord Zed's creatures, right?
Lord Zed. Serpentera?
Serpentera, that's what
Serpentera.
it is. Yeah, Serpentera. That's what that was. Says, yeah, not much in the Power Ranger move with Tor. They rode on a few, like, helicopter using the man version of the Dragon set. Right.
Yeah. Oh my God, the man version of the Red Dragon. Like, I did not like that. And then, and you know what killed me was when he would mount the White Tiger Zord and fight it like a knight, just like
action figures, just like up boom, and you can see. I hated the way it looked too. It's like just I hated the way
right.
I was always like, why does that look weird? And honestly, the White Tiger looked like a bitch. I'm sorry.
The White Tiger. The only thing I liked about the White Tiger was like what we were just making fun of, the way it ran.
Yeah. I liked its Megazord version. Its form was kind of cool, but it's like. No, it's other. You can't beat the Dragon Zord.
Then you had like the Mega Tiger Zord. That was
you had freaking Godzilla as your Zord.
I know.
You can't go.
Now you have a tiger.
You can't really go up from there.
No,
it's like
not at all. And then he plays a falcon.
Little putty tat now. You gonna go real and scratch somebody? Is that's your main threat?
And he goes from that to a falcon.
Yeah, the falcon. Got lamer and lamer, didn't it? With the swords. He's the coolest swords to the lamest swords.
And the Dragon Zord was dope. The Mega Tiger Zord was cooler. Yes, Mega Tiger Zord was cooler.
Exactly. That's the thing.
It shot.
Yes, that was a cool little thing. I have a question. So, what's your opinion on Tommy overall? Because, like, I personally, like, of course, he's one of the best. He's one of the legends. He's in 225 episodes of Power Rangers. He's the record holder. He's in so many other things. And Jason David Frank is awesome. But it's like, I feel like his character kind of stopped after a while. And then he's just kind of the same. And that's it. And I'm really disappointed that there's not as much, like, there wasn't as much conflict with him or like him making bad choices after a while. I mean, there's the one where he was like kind of losing his power and he's like trapped with Goldar.
With the green candle.
No, not that one.
Not
actually.
that one?
I'm referring to when he's like in a different dimension or time thing or something, and they're like out of time. I don't know what it was, but it was like they're like in a plane, like a savannah kind of setting, and his powers aren't working there, and Goldar is like mocking him. He's like, ha ha ha, I am your superior, and you must have helped your friends about 100 times, and he's like showing him flashbacks of Tommy saving them.
Now I got
He's kind of taunting him that he's losing his powers basically, and he's just like, I guess what am I gonna do? I can't do anything, and he's trying to fight Goldar and he's losing, and he's just like about to admit defeat pretty much. He's like, Goldar, trying to act as it. He's like trying to cry. He does an okay job trying to cry, but it looks silly to me as an adult. I'm like, oh, he's trying to cry. He's like, Goldar. He's gonna say it. He's like, I'm not finished yet. And he jumps into the air and does a gigantic kick and a punch and whatever. It's like,
he does a gigantic.
Yeah, it's sit jaw.
That's what he does.
Did one of those ones to kick Goldar down. And he's like, you know what? I almost lost my confidence. Showing all that stuff showed me that I still got a lot to fight for. Whether I'm the Ranger or just Tommy. It's like, yeah.
Let's see. My opinion on him is that his character arc stopped really with Mighty Morphin. They just kind of brought him back just because he's like a fan favorite. That's really only why. Like, he had a good arc. I loved it when he was the Green Ranger, and he started off like really bad, and then he had more conflict because he was still the Green Ranger, and then he started losing his powers.
Yes.
It was all about him freaking losing his powers, and then
that was good. Him as the Green Ranger, all that stuff was
Yeah,
good because
all of that was-
there's always conflict.
yeah, all of that was really, really good. And then you get a little worried about his character because you don't know what's going on until you find out that, oh, shoot, he's the White Ranger now, right? And then I kind of felt bad for Jason when he becomes the White Ranger because Zordon's like, congratulations, you're now the leader of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Jason's kind of like,
It's like, all right, I guess that
Sure.
happens. Am I not doing good enough? What the fuck?
I've been here since like the beginning, but whatever. Thought I was the leader.
Yeah, in a way, I'm okay with that, I guess, because they do have a rivalry, camaraderie anyway, and I don't know, I feel like they got along. And they weren't in too many episodes until Jason left afterward, right? They weren't in that many before they swapped. Jason left the show anyway, so
yeah, he left the show anyways. But I don't know, like I think he was really good in Mighty Morphin, but they just kept bringing him back because of the fans. Really, that was it. He didn't really have any more.
Well, I mean, he has some stuff in Dino Thunder a little bit because like there's things there where it's like he was discovering the powers and whatnot. He kind of helps accidentally create the villain of that show, and
well,
like
that
there's
sounds good.
some stuff there, but it's like it's also not. It doesn't linger enough, and he doesn't feel guilty at all. Really, he's like, I accidentally created all these things, but whatever, you know. And it's kind of like
felt really guilty.
It's kind of like, man, he just seems so cocky, kind of now, and I mean He was always. I mean, he's not that cocky. He's still, you know, a classic professor. But it's like, I don't know. There's
they
not.
probably have different writers then, because old Tommy would have totally felt guilty. He would have blamed himself. He wouldn't be cocky like that. No way.
There's almost no scenes where he's like, you know, I don't know, like where he has any doubt or when he's trying to contemplate something. Like he's always kind of in a positive mood. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure we can find a way out of this. And it's like that's not interesting. To me, like he's like, oh, I guess you know you can't always save everybody. And just kind of plain. It's like it's just not as good because he's trying to help the kid who's become an evil ranger basically, but he's not. You'd think he'd be able to say more with relation. Like he was one too.
He was one too. Yeah, totally.
And he was like, no, sometimes you can't save them. Was kind of his attitude, and it's kind of like. Like, because they're like the Yellow Ranger, the girl of that one, which is also she's also a really good Ranger too in that show, the Yellow Ranger. But you know, she was the only one that had some kind of hope for that evil Ranger. But he just was like, nope, kind of. He was at the beginning like, oh yeah, maybe he's good. We're your friends. But then it was like, nope, just kind of gave up. And it's like, Jason and the old one never gave up either, really on it. Neither did Kim. They tried to keep on saving him. They didn't want to destroy him.
Even when he was brainwashed.
Yeah.
They help him. Yeah, even when he was like being like completely rude to him, you know, they were like, oh my gosh, his eyes turned green. Like they knew something was wrong and they wanted to save him. And they had just met him. Like he was like brand new. They just met him. Yeah.
He did have a good look, like a creepy look too. Like when he's working out, he's just like, that's right, Pink Ranger.
Oh,
I'm gonna destroy you all. You know, he's like, Rita and I, yeah, we're all gonna do this. It's just like,
you know what?
As a kid, you know, it's kind of like, damn, she's like in his way here, and she's alone, and without being morphed, he could probably just strangle her. Like, like,
giving her like the worst looks too. He's just like,
yes, he's just not even breathing. She's like,
just mad,
just blending in.
Like rewatching those episodes sometimes will make me laugh because he's always calling like Rita his queen. Like I'm doing it for my queen.
Yes, well, that's why people like the Lord. That's why people like Lord Draken because if you watch the Shattered Grid, have you seen Shattered Grid trailer?
No.
I'll show you that in a sec. But just I feel like we need to have you know, a classic old rousing round of his evil laugh.
Yeah.
Power Rangers are next.
I love that.
I know. It's great.
His evil laugh is great. Oh my god, yeah. His evil laugh is awesome.
It is the best. I don't know if I'll get struck.
Yes, that laugh is golden.
It is the best. I don't know if I'll get struck for showing it, but I'll show you. You know, a little. I'll start and I'll start it and pause it here and there.
Okay.
Isn't the smallest chance of victory enough of a reason for us to keep on fighting?
Can you hear that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was Jason. Isn't the smallest chance of reason enough to keep fighting?
The world needs us, Rangers.
Okay, you can totally tell.
We are being the Green Ranger referring to you. Take the world from evil. Stand by your allies. Never run from the battle.
My mission is to bring you back.
That was Jen. My mission is to bring you back. That was I'm pausing it here and there, but yeah, they're showing all they're like little random clips of all the different Ranger seasons, kind of building up.
Let's rock it! Yeah! Silver! Black! Pink! Blue!
Whatever we do, we have to do it together.
Power down.
Commander Kruger's holding.
He's like watching all the different Ranger seasons, basically, and whatnot in his little world here that he's doing.
You're the best he has ever had.
Till we meet again, Power Rangers.
Destroy them!
that was a strong one. Destroy them. She's a cool character later.
So many Rangers. So much potential.
Yeah, it's Jason David Frank. He filmed this little trailer, and that's all they filmed for it pretty much so far. I don't know if they'll do anything else with it, but it's based on their comic series that they're trying to promote, so we'll see.
Squandered for so long.
My lord, the generals are ready. They simply await your command.
What's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change.
It won't, Tommy. You'll always be one of us.
And it's time to set things right.
We will invade their worlds. We will tear down everything that might protect them. And then, when it's too late, when they're powerless and alone.
That looks fucking awesome.
It's just a trailer, but that's a glimpse into the Shattered Grid. And there's like some YouTube channels that go over the story, so you don't have to read the comics. But yeah, it's pretty badass. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, that looks dope.
Oh yeah, and
that
laugh.
Golden.
Yes,
Oh,
it is. Love the laugh. Kimberly will always be the hottest female Power Ranger to me. I mean, Amy Jo Johnson's hot, but like there are some that rival her, dude. I'm sorry, there's a lot. There's over 20 seasons of, almost 30 now seasons of Power Rangers. There's a lot of options to choose from. And even the ones that aren't the pink ones, but still. Ninja Steel pink is pretty hot. Yeah, she's all right. I suppose cute. I'm gonna call her hot. The Yellow Rangers is always the hot girl in Power Rangers. Sometimes it's a dude. So I know about that. Golden is Sinister for sure. I was talking to him. He says my favorite Yellow Ranger is from Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm. Oh, that's Dustin. That's the dude. That's one of the dudes. He's like a kind of a bro, a little bit. He's all right. He's the guy that doesn't know how to morph. He's like, how do we even morph, dude? Is this the Zack Snyder version?
Hey, if it's the Zack Snyder's version of Power Rangers, I'm here for it.
No, that's not anything close, but I guess Rip Thu Chang, the original Yellow Ranger. Yeah, the person who played Trini died in a car accident a long time ago, a while back. But yeah, she was cool. But yeah, there's a lot of fan stuff. Have you seen any of the fan stuff?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've never looked it up.
Okay, before you watch the other Power Ranger shows, watch the Power Rangers Unworthy. There are 3 episodes up right now.
Okay.
Watch those. You might be a little confused and not know everything, but they show it in a way that I think makes enough sense.
Cool.
Because they started, and there's no spoiling it, I've shown this before. They started with Draken, that guy you just saw, with the mix of the white and green, choking Jason, who's like got a broken helmet. He's like, Tommy, whatever, snaps his neck, and that's how you start. And so,
what is it called?
It's called Power Rangers Unworthy. It's a fan film by Unworthy Productions.
Cool. I'm pulling it up. That way I have it ready.
Yes, you should watch that before you watch the other Netflix ones. And in episode 3, they show lots of flashbacks to a lot of not flashbacks, but they show this one ranger fighting all these other rangers, and it's This one's like pretty dark, but it keeps a lot of the corniness. Some people would call the team, like the main team that they follow here, SJW Rangers probably, but it's still entertaining enough. It's still a good enough quality. They have the Green Ranger as a woman, but it's multiverse stuff, and they involve the other. They show versions where he's the dude, and it's Tommy. Kind of, they show different versions and stuff. And there's they have like the first Ranger, the Arbiter, the first Ranger. It's fucking badass. Oh my god! I feel like I should show you a glimpse now while we're here. Honestly,
Oh my god, totally! Show me.
Because it is badass, and they've given me a shout out, giving them a shout out too. The guys at Unworthy Productions.
That's
They're
awesome.
pretty, they're pretty cool. Unworthy Productions, episode 3. Yep. Or no, I'll do episode 1. Episode 3 is pretty cool, but episode 1, and they do lots of custom Ranger designs for different costumes for different multiverses. So they take some original ones and add different things to them and make almost original looking Rangers for some of them. So I give them good props on a lot of that stuff. It's pretty cool. All right. Share screen. There's so many steps to share screen. You got to click share screen. Click the window. Click the button.
Share audio.
You got to go to another thing. Okay.
I've already won.
Zombie.
That's how they start it.
That's awesome.
It's like, oh shit, where do they go from here? And then, okay.
I've got some movement over. We got a hostile. Weapons ready.
Who dares? Tommy Oliver of Earth 193. You abused the powers of the Morphin Grid. You've betrayed it, corrupted it. For your crimes, the grid must be purged.
Is that not a cool design?
Yeah.
Tommy Oliver.
Oh shit! I'm done.
I'm the first Ranger.
That is fucking awesome.
Yes, give this a watch.
You must be punished.
Punish me?
Oh fuck!
He does pretty good. He has a pretty good impression. It's not Jason David Frank in there. It's pretty close though. It's pretty good.
I'm above your petty notions of justice. I am a god.
No, you're just a man.
What are you?
Clear shot. Open fire.
I'm the Arbiter, the first Ranger.
Yeah, give that shit a watch.
No.
Give that a watch. That is worth your time.
And now we're going to end the stream.
Yeah, just about. We're gonna be wrapping up now because I know you're in your head. You're like, it's what time now? God, how much time? I gotta get 2 hours of sleep tonight, and I could spend all day tomorrow watching it. Yeah. But yeah, so you got some homework to do, Steph. I'm sorry if I filled your whole brain right now with Power Rangers.
That's all I have right now. That's it. Like I'm writing everything down. I kid you not. I'm like, I'm going to watch this and this too.
So, yep.
I have stuff pulled up right now that I want to watch.
Yeah, you have like 15 tabs. Like, God damn it, it keeps on making me work.
Dang it, I have to make a video after this, and now I'm gonna procrastinate even more.
You can make a Power Ranger video, you never know. If a girl talking about Power Rangers, that gets some views, I would say, with it these days. But I think we'll start wrapping up for today. I feel like the last one went for over 2 hours too, and it's like I try to keep it on a straight road, but it's hard.
Yeah,
really
totally.
hard. So many things to address and whatnot. Thank you guys in the chat, everybody that's sticking around. Keely, you got some good insight here, as well as Angela Straven, especially you, man.
I know.
You got some hella knowledge. Alphamore Doritos, thank you for dropping by. Everybody. Will Gentry stopped by for a sec. He says, "Are you saying a dude can't be a hot girl? That's transphobic. Transphobic of you, sir.
Yeah.
A dude can't be a hot girl. I mean, you can look like a girl, I suppose, but can't be one. But there we go. So you got anything you want to plug? Any new videos coming out? Like I said, any new streams? Anything about your channel?
I just put out. I've just been keeping up with all of the Batman leaks from the new movie. That's pretty much all I've been covering on my channel so far. Anything that comes out, any new leaks, any new plot leaks, any new script leaks, that's pretty much what I've been covering on my channel right now. I will have a video on Drunk's channel, hopefully on Drunk 3PO's channel, hopefully if not tomorrow, then on Monday, because I have to film that right after this. So it depends on when I get it edited. Editing is just not my favorite thing at all.
Oh yeah.
Like I can film like 4 videos in a row and it takes me like a month to edit all 4.
I feel you on that. I just did a video, or I just did one on Jason David Frank actually.
Oh.
I'm premiering that on Monday. That's all done and edited, but like it took me a little bit to record it. It took me a little bit to get the information to write it, but I liked doing that. And then it's like time to edit. Like every couple sentences I got to find, or like every couple words I have to find a new footage to put in couple words. And I'm like, why did I say so many things? And I got to go find the clip. Okay, got to get the clip, get the file, get the thing, pull it up, cut out what I need. Okay, put that there. Okay, that took me over 5 minutes to get 2 seconds.
Well, see, at least you script your stuff. See, I don't script my stuff. I'll read through an article or I'll watch a TV show or something, and then I'll just hit record and sit down and talk. And so like there'll be like a lot of pauses that I have to cut out. My videos they're very jump cutty because I don't like to keep in all the breaths either, or all of the
Anyway.
I totally just edit all of that out. I edit it all out. So but that's so like all this shit, like that would be edited out of my video. So I'm constantly having to just edit. It takes so long. I'm like, why the hell did I talk so much about this part?
You're getting annoyed at yourself. Like, why the fuck was I talking?
Yes, I don't know how much. What did I put out for the Batman thing? I like went off on this tangent. It was like a fucking 3-minute tangent. I edited it all out. I was like, why the hell did I even mention this? This makes no fucking sense.
See, when you're not scripted or you don't have the right notes in front of you, then sometimes you'll think that you're saying important things, and then only afterward you'll realize, oh, this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. No one's going to want to listen to this.
Preach it. Yeah, exactly.
So I sometimes do those types of videos where I don't script it, but I in a way I prefer to script them when I'm doing certain information. Like on Jason David Frank, I'm not just talking to them. I'm kind of trying to present, I'm doing an appreciation video. I'm trying to show he was from here, he does this, he does that, he did these things and those things and these things. I can't get the information wrong, which I think I did on one. The only one thing I know I got wrong was I said the 2015 Power Ranger movie when it's 2017. But, minor mistake.
I know. I used to script everything when I would just do voiceover only.
Right.
But now that I think like Drunk 3PO was just like, you have to just film it. People want to see your face. And so I was just kind of like, okay, fine. So I stopped writing scripts, but I think I need to.
I say it's good to have a good to have a mix of them. Don't pick one or the other. Like if I want to have a video out and it's about something that I know, like I could do a Power Ranger video, no script, because I know it's all in here pretty much, and I'm just presenting it. And I know that for the most part, I might go on a tangent here or there and just cut out the tangents, make it more defined, and that's the video. It doesn't need to be anything else. But if I'm presenting information about something, which is what I'm doing now, the reason why I haven't posted so many videos is because I've been writing the scripts, recording, and editing and stuff. So I'm doing that in the background so that because I'm going to be filming for my Rookies Legends project, and that's going to be taking up all my time. So many characters. I just got my green screen and everything. It's going to be a hell of a thing to be doing, and I've been messaging 60 people to get their lines is taking a long time and stuff, and make sure they know how to film it. Like some people have like action scenes and want to make sure they know how to punch toward the camera or do a reaction and stuff. So I've been trying to work on videos in the background, and hopefully by the end of March, I'll have a good 10 solid videos to just upload once or twice a week and not have to worry about making a video. I don't want to keep on doing that. The editing is a bitch.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Like if it's DC or I don't know, having to do with like comic books that I'm reading, or even like The Walking Dead, because I watch that show like religiously. Yeah. Some Star Wars stuff, not all of it, but some of it, I can just sit down and film. But like, if it's not, if it has to do with like the business or the politics behind it, I really have to like think about it, write something down, remind myself of something, you know.
Right.
But yeah,
that makes
I just
sense.
can't-
See, we're chatterboxes.
Or even like, oh, we're total chatterbox. Or even like Marvel, because I'm versed in like Marvel movies, but not in Marvel comics. So like, if it's like a video on Marvel or something, I can't sit down and just turn on the camera and film something. I have to like, I have to read a lot and look stuff up for it.
And for some videos, I'm like, if this video gets like a trending, if it gets like a lot of views on it, I don't want it to just be me talking to it. I want it to be like, oh, this guy knows his information. He is saying all these things that line up. People can fact check and, oh, he's right. Okay, cool. And I'll go, hey, he was wrong on this part and he's wrong on that part. And
Well, I don't care.
he did like 50 jump cuts and the whole thing. It's like, okay, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. Like I will take. I think someone keeps telling me to like get a mic because I have my camera, but and like I totally get it. I've purchased 2 mics off of Amazon for my damn camera, and neither of them fit. So I know.
What kind of camera are you using?
It's a Canon.
It's a Canon.
I can't see what it's called from here. Yeah, I have like a mic that sits on top of it. But the wire doesn't fit on the Canon. Like the connection doesn't plug in. It's too big. I have
like a Rode mic on my camcorder.
I bought 2 of those. And neither of them fit. And I'm like, I read that comment every single time. Yeah.
The jack doesn't fit, or the connector right here?
No, the connector's fine. It's the jack. So like every time I read that comment, I'm just like, oh, you have no idea. Right.
your camera should have a jack for it. That's such a basic thing, like how most of a USB type of thing. It should have a normal jack for a microphone, especially if it has the mount. It should definitely have the jack.
It does have the jack, and it has the wires that with the mic, but whatever the stupid thing doesn't fit. It just doesn't fucking fit.
That sucks.
They've both been too big. I need a smaller one. So yeah, and I even looked up like what my camera is the second time, because the first one came in, didn't fit. Second time I looked it up and make sure that it would fit my camera. It came in, didn't fit. So yeah, I was like, damn. Well, damn.
That sucks. I know how you feel though. It's hard to find the right equipment that it works for everything. It took me a while to get like a Blue Yeti and to get it set to the right type of volume, because you can get it, but if it's not set right, you'll sound like crap. And I look at some of my older videos, and it's like I sound like I'm drowning, or I sound like I'm, some of my videos that have, like are my highest viewed videos. I have a Spartacus versus 300 style video that has almost 1,000 views, and it's like the first minute and a half is like there's like an intro that I have where it plays scenes from both of them that are similar, and it's like it drags out, and I'm like, fuck, just go to the thing, and then it cuts to like my intro of like my little short Rookie Critic intro. It's like 10 seconds. Then it goes like I put up a copyright notice thing of like, this stuff is not mine, doesn't belong to me. It's like 1 minute and 40 seconds of before you even start the video, and it's like 5-minute video. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I start talking. I'm like, hey guys, it sounds like this. And it's like, I hate the video so fucking much, and it's so viewed, it pisses me off. It's like, everybody's seeing that. That's not my quality, I promise. That's just what it was at the time, because I didn't know how to change the gain and the volume to be the right thing, and it's ridiculous.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it really that much. But
yeah, there are people that sound worse they're doing way better than us.
I know, yeah, totally. I don't really mind, negative comments or anything like that. I'm just like,
Yeah. We've been talking about. We said we were going to close this like 20 minutes ago.
I know that.
So we've just been talking again from this. So.
Talk about, after this.
sorry guys for putting you through that, but I'm gonna play a few clips just to close us out. I guess that are Power Ranger-y. So thank you guys for coming by, and
Power Rangers are next.
It's Rita. She's escaped and she's attacking the planet.
Ay, what do we do?
Teleport to us 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
No, not that, not teenagers.
It's morphin' time! Dragon Sword!
Mastodon! Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Morpher. There's 4 more attempts.